5
Radiant
seconds
team
remaining.
ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Weaver.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Lion.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Tide Hunter.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Death Prophet.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Slows either, like Spirit Siphon slow, I don't know, you can't really count that. So it means, yeah, out of your off lane and your mid laner, you're looking at roots and stuns. Here's like the spirit heroes for the mid lane, like an Ember or a Void Spirit. For off lane, you're looking for that maybe team fight control aspect as well,
remaining.
but no Mars, no Spirit Breaker, Tide got taken away, so your options are a lot smaller. You know, and some of those other offlanes like Pengo and stuff, like that's a long cooldown ulti that you're relying on for your stun. So I don't think that really solves your problem. You need like a low cooldown.
Goodness. Well, Ragdoll in the past 5 games, they are 3-1-1 record. I mean, 3 win, 1 tie, and 1 loss. While Team NGX is on a winning streak, 4 matches in a row in the DPC this season. And one interesting thing about Nigma Galaxy C is they don't play any other tournament but the DPC. So they have their strat well kept, and also keeping their players fresh. Their conditions and stuff. So
yeah, I'm sure they're playing, the scrims and lots of pubs, but it allows them to just be less stressed out, and like you say, they stay fresh. They reveal less of their strategies and they've only played one series since coming back at the start of last week against Army Genius. So really, Ragdoll have very little to kind of study from Nigma Galaxy. And they're a team that have a very big hero pool. Mizu is really adjusted well to playing the offlane. His hero pool is pretty wide. Alacrity has, he has his cheese picks like the Meepo and stuff, but then he also plays a lot of the standard mids. So, and that's without talking about what In Your Dream does on the carry role. So this team is flexible when it comes to their hero selection. And that's something that teams have to really respect.
5
I
seconds
think,
remaining.
indeed, a big hero pool, of course, and also the individual skills of Team Nigma Galaxy. They tend to win all the lanes they are going in. You take a look at all of their players. You can count on In Your Dream or Mitsu or Jokem. These guys are one of the best in Southeast Asia, and everyone knows that. It's actually reflect on their performance on the DPC in the Division 2 right now at a 4-0. Awesome.
Yeah. The opponent they're playing similar story though, even though they haven't been undefeated in some of those third-party tournaments where they've had some draws and group stages and stuff, they are undefeated in DPC. That's the most important place Ragdoll yet to drop a series. They've dropped games. Both teams have actually dropped 3 games. So despite both teams not losing best of 3s, they're not doing it like super dominating fashion. They're dropping games here and there to some of the teams below them, which is not to criticize them. If anything, it's kind of to praise how strong the SA region is. Even the teams at the bottom of Division 2 are not going 0 wins and 12 losses. They've got 3 or 4 wins to go with their 12 losses.
That's true. C scene has developed a lot in the past 3 or 4 years. Becoming one of the best regions in the world, attract a lot of the Westerner to just move down here and playing in here.
Yep.
I am so happy with the scene.
We'll see if we bust out for these couple of picks. Also, I just noticed on the stream, you might need to update the team names on the draft.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know if you did that. I just saw the stream and we had the teams from the previous games, but yeah, this is Ragdoll playing on the Radiant. Ragdoll is on the Radiant, and Nigma Galaxy are the Dire.
Sorry.
For those of you seeing the picks. You're fine. All good. And just some bans coming out. Ban onto the Brood, Pengo, Timbersaw, banning out some of those offlaners. And Nigma Galaxy actually picked Shadow Demon, so getting... I could be 4, could be 5. I guess Shadow Demon in line, you'd go both ways, but this gives them a defensive hero, something that can give some save. So if somebody gets gone on, you want to have that save. It's something that's just very useful to any draft. You're not always going to be able to fit it in, but when you can, it makes playing team fights so much easier.
All right, Voice Spirit for the 3rd pick of Team Ragdoll. Again, they still kind of lack of the reliable stunner. Voice Spirit is right here. Good at destroying the back line. I can see that Lion and Shadow Demon is going to have the big trouble dealing with the Weaver and Voice Spirit all together. They might not... once you release the Earthspire or a Hex, then you're done for. Weaver, Voice Spirit just goes straight to you and tries to slash you with all the stuff.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, I think Void Spirit Wraithing. Okay, so, this makes up for the fact you have these 2 supports with no stuns, no slows. Void Spirit, if you go the Yules build, you've got a kind of initiation with the Yules into Remnant. Wraith King eventually is going to get a Blink Dagger after maybe Desolator and stuff.
10
so
seconds
this is enough control between the Wraith Fire stun and the Ether Remnant from Void Spirit. But does mean they're relying on their cores to kind of be the ones leading the charge, which is fine.
Medusa.
Oh, Medusa. It's just like Nigma Galaxy C is playing it out of the textbook. Having 3 or 4 guys that can out carries, they can fight 4v5. Definitely Tidehunter is strong enough to tank all the damage.
10
another guy
seconds
in,
remaining.
and let Medusa free farming. So
5
yeah.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think this is pretty standard for Nigma Galaxy
Dire
to
team
kind of
ban.
go for these more late game oriented drafts. I mean, looking through their recent games in DPC, they have a lot of 40-minute plus games. The first week they had a 50-minute game, then they had 60-minute game in week 2.
Oh my god.
These guys are a late game team. To kind of, they're very good in the lane stage, but then they like to kind of play this more passive, farm-oriented mid game. Utilizing these big late game carries. They played a bit of Wraith King, they played a bit of Medusa. They like to really buff
Radiant
up and
team ban.
kind of do 4 protect 1 styles. Like having a Shadow Demon to protect the Medusa is kind of nice. And as soon as they see a Wraith King, they're like, okay, you're going for a hard carry, so are we.
Dire team ban.
Where they go from here, looking for that mid laner, that kind of playmaker. I think for Enigma Galaxy, you want something that can kind of set the tempo a bit between Tide and Medusa. Tide will eventually get a Blink Dagger, and the Blink Ravage is one way to start a fight, but you need something on a lower cooldown and a bit more active early on.
10
So we'll see what
seconds
hero that
remaining.
might be. The Spirits are being banned, the Quap is banned, the Kunkka Invoker are
5
banned. So
seconds
mid laners
remaining.
are, they're in short supply here, but Enigma Galaxy do have the final pick of the draft.
Radiant
So at
team
least they'll
pick.
get to see everything before deciding which way to go.
Which is very important to see it. We have seen so many counter picks, and it's actually effective in various games in the DPC. And now Ragdoll, the last one, is going to be an offlane, I believe.
10 seconds remaining.
Should be
5 seconds
not who
remaining.
won. They want some kind of team fight, I would expect. Something to pair with probably the Weaver, so Weaver +1. Physical damage heroes can do pretty well because of the bugs, but at the same time,
Dire team
there's not
pick.
that many left.
Lena.
Oh, Lena.
Who is
All right.
offlane?
Yeah.
I'm confused. Like Void Spirit offlane, perhaps? That is my best
I
guess.
never seen that before.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's gonna be better to just rush this level
10
and also
seconds
item in
remaining.
the middle lane? I think it might be
Yeah, but-
Lena going with the Dead
seconds
Prophet
remaining.
or Weaver because the 2 ranges and also spamming spell can suppress the enemy hard carry for sure.
Yeah. They're 2 heroes with high range, so they can always harass Medusa and maybe win some trade battles. So I don't mind that. Void Spirit I think struggles a lot more against Medusa if you're playing it off lane. Want to do, but this is a bit of a surprise pick, and maybe even part of it is they can decide later. They can put Nigma Galaxy. They have 5 seconds to pick a hero. They got to decide something for mid lane, and they don't even know who's going mid.
Oh,
They get to the final
Choose your
second and
hero.
go with a Leshrac. So they had something in mind, but they maybe weren't feeling super confident, or they wouldn't have gone down to the final second.
and they did
will be-
very good with the Lechrac in that previous match. They used Lechrac to come back in such a hard game. They fall behind since like minute 1 until minute 15, and then one big team fight, Lechrac come back. So this is interesting. The first game of the series of the best of 3 in the DPCC is very important because there are a lot of match that end with 2-0. So if you set them on the momentum good, there are a higher chance for you to win the second than your opponent.
So it will be the
10
mid laner.
seconds
Citrus, the
remaining.
mid laner.
Oh.
Budget. So they're going to roll
5
the dice with an
seconds remaining.
offlane Void Spirit. I'm definitely a little bit surprised by this one. We'll see if it pays off or not. Feels like a risky-ish pick.
Yeah, GY off. Void Spirit, never seen it before. Gonna have a tough time against In Your Dream, definitely.
We'll see. That feels like a lane where In Your Dream should be able to get a lot of farm. I mean, the Weaver can be a little bit pesky to deal with, but Shadow Demon going to be supporting his lane should make life pretty easy for him, or even if it's a line, whichever way it goes. So, you've got that good solid range support to pair with.
So who do you like? 2 sides.
I feel like Nigma Galaxy, being the late game team that they are with a Medusa on their side, I like their draft a bit more. I feel like the Leshrac pick was maybe a bit rushed, and they just, maybe didn't find the perfect hero. They don't have a good way to initiate fights outside of the Lion. You don't want Lion to be having to blink in and initiate every fight, or he may end up kind of beating. But we'll see. I think both teams are going to be pretty greedy, and it could be kind of a slower paced game. And that's where I'd give Nigma Galaxy a slight edge.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of easier to play. A lot easier to play for Team Ragdoll with all the readable stunners, disruption, Earthspike, Hex, and stuff. But we'll see when it comes to this execution if they can just living up their name. All right. Let's take a look, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, first game of the important series start. Ragdoll on the Radiant side, Citrus, Lena, VT Faded on Raid King, DY, Void Spirit, and we have Date Prophet, Yif, and and Yif on Reaver.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave the NGX side to you.
GX, we have Pelusin playing Lion, Alacrity playing Leshrac, In Your Dream playing Medusa, Jokum playing Shadow Demon, and Mizu Miracle playing the Tidehunter.
Aha. All right, some disconnection happened on the Date Prophet. Is he playing in the same region, or is he staying in Southeast Asia?
I'm not sure. I know he's a Chinese player.
Yeah.
Menu Ping, I think is how you say his name.
Ping.
Something like that. Menu Ping.
thank you.
I don't know if he's in Southeast Asia. I know, yeah, he's from China, according to Wikipedia.
Do you love me?
But yeah, I'm not sure where he's playing from. Without maybe the pings will reveal.
Right.
5-man smoke. Both teams trying to take over the enemy Ancients area, get some early wards down, or a first blood maybe.
Seems to be a pretty common thing doing this. Placing it on a high ground to just spot the stacks and the movement in the middle lane.
30 seconds to battle.
Yep. One ward around that mid area of the map, and probably using this vision just to trade runes to a piece, but no, exactly. Void Spirit is kind of walking towards this top area of the map. Has to be like a little bit careful. But this is something that both teams have probably prepared and talked about and studied, like knowing which runes to go for, where to smoke at level 1.
The battle begins.
Ooh. Start the battle.
Pelusin?
Ragdoll GY, the offlane Void Spirit start the fight against Pelusin. Pelusin.
Yep.
A veteran player from Singapore. First time I cast Pelusin, I think it was like 2014 on some Southeast Asian tournament. Yeah, it was so long back then.
Been around for a long time.
Do you
pretty young
remember the team called Zenith from Singapore?
Zenith, first departure. He's played on a lot of those like Singaporean teams.
Man, I'm a fan of the Singaporean team. I love that they always have the high individual skills.
Yep.
All the techniques. It's fancy little things.
Now, he does here. So far, Nigma Galaxy have been pretty flawless in this SEA DPC League. A tough lane down bottom, I feel like, for Mizu's Tidehunter. He's already getting very low, being zoned away. Death Prophet, partly why she's become so popular is because of how well she does against these melee offlaners.
Death Prophet. It's just perfect. Stay in the side lanes like that. I mean, stay in the side of the lanes, in the side forest, and harassing people from the bush. VT Fate is just gonna keep spamming his red fire blast and Menu Ping, which is long range attacking. I just love the range of the Dead Prophet. That's what I love the most.
Yeah, you get a lot out of this hero in the laning stage.
Yeah.
And mid game, it's like she can either be really good or really bad. I feel like if you're ahead, it feels great because you've got this support that can get items and help push towers. But if you're losing the game, having a support Death Prophet doesn't feel good. The hero doesn't give you any stuns, doesn't give you any kind of counterplay. It just feels a little bit rough having a support Death Prophet if the game is going badly.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like I am a trendsetter playing Dead Prophet as a support in early days.
Yep.
Well, actually, because I pick it and I want to play mid, and then I try to go mid, and then my teammate was like, "No way, you're going out of lane." So I then become the support, and then I found out, hey, this guy's not bad as a support. And then
Top
the
lane?
next game, on top. DY. Almost missed it. Oh man,
Got the damage
wait,
block.
actually, it is Yif who gets the first blood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With the resonant
I
pulse,
shall
he's able to keep himself alive.
Sorry,
Really well done.
a bit too long story about my Date Prophet. Now back to the bomb lane. The main UP is running away with his Date Prophet from the Jocam disruption.
Yep. Done a good job keeping this Death Prophet away using the Shadow Demon, but your Death Prophet story, it sounds like such an SEA pub story. Everyone wants to be the mid laner, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoy SEA pubs, and there's so many skilled players there, but everyone wants to be like the next star mid player, like the next Carl or the next Abed.
Yes. This is where innovation begins, man. All right. At the bottom, it seems like Misu is fighting toe-to-toe against the VT Faded. It's more like a boxing fight at the bomb lane. Misu is very strong with Tide Hunter. Take a look at his skill build. Level 1 on the Kraken Shell, level 2 on the
Radiant's
Ankle
bottom
Smash.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, no points in Gush. Often we've been seeing the Gush, but usually that's with like a Snapfire or Weaver. With the Shadow Demon, I guess. And the way the early lane went, he's just being bullied away. So he's felt like he has to go for a more defensive build.
God, that Dead Prophet harass. That's a full HP Tide Hunter. You are harassing right there. He almost killed.
And that's happened because Jocam on the Shadow Demon left the lane to go try fight over the runes, but he wasn't able to stop Lena from getting a rune, so it doesn't really pay off. The Shadow Demon probably should have just stayed bottom. It's kind of committed to this mid lane, looking for a setup. 3 points in Split Earth. They want to kill this Lena.
Okay, setting up with the disruption. Perfect combine with the splitter. That will definitely going to be the first, not the first blood, the second blood. But first time that Citrus goes down, at the same time, Jif get rid of
Radiant's
top.
middle tower is under attack.
It was the first blood of the mid lane.
Yeah.
You're still correct there. Don't worry. But nice rotation. Surprise Alacrity. 3 points in Split Earth. This is a pretty unusual Leshrac build. Usually you go 2 points in Lightning, 2 points in Split Earth, and Max Edict. But he's getting that third point for some additional damage. I mean, it's just the damage. Like, they're able to maybe get that kill because of that third point. They only barely got the kill, so without it, they may have actually not gotten it. But generally, you want to try and get Edict maxed out as early as possible.
But don't you think, I was about to ask, don't you think the other skills can deal more damage than the Splitter?
The level 1 Edict is really bad. Like, for the early lane, you want to get the 2 points in Split Earth usually, just because the damage is pretty good with the second point. But the more points you get, the longer it takes to max Edict. And in that gank there, he can't really use Edict because he would have to run into the tower, and you don't want to run into the tower.
Okay, let's start the suck again on the bomb lane. Ben Yu Ping moving into the lane and using Spirit Siphon on the Tide Hunter. Half HP, level 5 now, is running away. Seems like he's farming pretty well at the bomb, at least for the experience-wise.
It's 29 CS. He's actually got the most CS of his entire team.
Oh, first time using Laguna Blade down the river. That's another kill for Team Ragdoll.
Rune gonna spawn down bottom. Weaver's trying to beat the Leshrac there. Has another Shikuchi. Can Alacrity hit the stun?
Radiant's middle tower.
And he got into double damage. Sanchez turn in and fight. This might be the first time they take down Alacrity. He deals some of the damage, but the question is, will that be enough to kill the track? Nice save by Jocam. Jocam saved the day. All right.
Nice. Unfortunately, he missed the poison there, or maybe he could have chased for the Death Prophet kill. But too many one charges, and Alacrity gets his bottle refilled by Pelosin TPing in. That was great. He held onto the disruption save for the last second, and then he killed the bug while he was disrupted. So Alacrity kept alive, doesn't get the rune. Definitely the right call from Weaver to steal the rune. You want to always take away runes from mid laners, but unfortunately he couldn't live.
In your dream, being pressured to just teleport back to the tower.
Has some stacks though in the jungle. See a triple stack and a double stack, so they probably want to farm that soon before they get scattered out. Someone like Alina could come in to try and take
First time using the rabbit. Seems like a missed against the menu ping. So a mistake made by the two duos of Team Nigma Galaxy C at the bomb lane, gonna get punished real fast. BT faded moving in. Crypt Swarm, Red Fire Blast, Spirit Siphons, all the spells. Misu gonna get the body blocked, and all the small skeletonies chasing on him.
Skeletonia. That sounds like a type of pasta.
Oh yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, being scouted out
Oh.
already, all those stacks.
They found the stacks, yeah.
Man,
Medusa
that's painful
forced
to
away.
watch. Yeah.
Yep. Ragdoll say, thanks, these are out stacks now. Great move to seal those stacks. That's a big, that's like almost 1,000 gold swing there. Probably like 500 gold that was meant to be claimed. Although they, okay, for a second I thought they weren't going to get the pig pole. They pick it up.
I mean, imagine the feeling that you are back to the stack site and then there's nothing left. And then you are asking your teammate, hey, did you take here?
Bad.
Nope.
I feel like Leshrac needs to be the one protecting them or even taking the stacks. Like they want to leave the stacks for Medusa, which is, you know, fair enough. This Medusa is struggling, but if you're leaving Medusa alone, she can't take them. Jokam top, keep himself alive.
Yeah.
Tasted Leshrac though.
For a little while. Hey, did you see the
They saw
bad
this game
timing
coming.
between the disruption and also the Ravage at the bomb lane?
No, I missed it.
Yeah. The Misu released the Ravage, and at the same time the disruption comes up, so save this from the Ravage. It's just so...
Radiant's
Ooh.
top tower is under attack.
Alright, life goes on. Even though they are losing in the first 8 minutes of the game, but they're still in a good track for Team NGXC. But what I worry about Team NGXC, this guy, Men Yu Ping, is growing bigger and bigger.
Yep. His death prophet is just like running at a tide. This is a core tide.
Yes.
Dire's
I mean,
top tower is under attack.
This
Dire's
is awesome.
structures are fortified.
It's just like he using the me vacuum machine and just suck it in. Make you clean.
Dire's top
Such
tower
a strong
is
spell,
under
the Spirit
attack.
Siphon. 3 points in already.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
See what Nigma Galaxy look to do here in the mid game, because this early game has gone poorly for them. Medusa just not getting the farm she wanted out of the lane or the jungle.
Just a decent damage out of Spirit Siphon. It's one of the best skill in the game at the moment.
Dire's
It's
top
high
tower is under
damage.
attack.
And also keeping you alive. Make it slow. Ooh, awesome.
The Galaxy look to do here. Leshrac probably their strongest hero that they want to maybe fight a bit around, but they don't have that easy
Red Fire
initiation.
Blast. I think something gonna happen over there.
Yep.
Here we go with the Red Fire Blast. And Men Yu Ping setting up with a Spirit Siphon. Slow it off first. Citrus ready for Laguna Blade.
Dire's
Easy
bottom
fish
tower
job
is
at the
under
bomb.
attack.
I'm a fish stick.
Dire's turret
Dodge it.
has been killed.
Says, thanks for the money. Void Spirit up top. Being caught out by a demonic purge here. Are they going to look to chase and get this kill? Leshrac is too far for the Split Earth, it looks like. So we'll just TP on out.
Oh, and Viva is on the way, getting closer to the Spirit Vessel. That's a decent farm for support. Back to the bomb lane. Game looking very bad for Nigma Galaxy, at least for the first 10 minutes. They might just have to make sure that Alacrity gets some certain levels and the item that he wants, so he can just be the head of the charge in the mid game, because I think the team needs him now. The pushing power, the team fight power, and that is what they lack in every fight.
Yeah, he TP's bottom, and I think these are the two heroes that need to play together. It's the Tide Hunter and Leshrac.
Yes.
Tide is like the team fight, the Ravage, and Leshrac is the pushing power. He's the one with the Edict that can back up the Tide Hunter and do all the damage. So trying to take this bottom tower is probably the best thing they can do. They may need to bring 4 heroes, though. Yeah, both supports making their move down here as well. So Nigma Galaxy, they want to force things down here, but Wraith King on the front lines with Reincarnation and Armlet, that's a hard kill to get, considering you have to kill him twice.
Yep. So I don't think they're gonna call it out. No call off.
Push
They're
this
just gonna
with
dive in. Half HP already for the tower. Mitsu is ready to drop another Ravage. Here we go. When it's gonna be. Oh, it's just fly by.
Good TP one in though. I think the right play from Ragdoll is to try and defend this, but also pressure this mid tower, and that's exactly what Lena Arjit has in mind. He's going to start chipping away at this one. Medusa's job to kind of defend this tower, so they're going to have to give up the push down bottom to defend mid. Great response from Ragdoll to defend the tower by putting pressure elsewhere on the map.
My goodness, like this, Nigma Galaxy ending up getting nothing.
Yeah, it can't feel good for them. They're getting pulled around. They want to be the ones making plays, but it's just not happening right now.
Ragdoll right now got a chance to just push the bottom tier one tower and definitely gonna be there.
Dire's bottom tower has
They get pulled mid to defend, and that meant bottom was exposed. So this feels like Ragdoll, their heroes in their draft is just much more effective and faster at taking these objectives and also defending there. So
GY. Oh, Alacrity. He didn't go for the U scepter item builds. Yeah, so it might be quite harder for him to just doing some split third alone without any assist from Jowcam disruption. Two need to just stick together, I believe.
yeah, so game stays kind of passive, which is not looking good for Nigma Galaxy when they're being out farmed so heavily.
But they got a Medusa, don't you think? But oh my goodness, look at the Medusa, still level 8.
Yeah, under level, under farm.
Yeah, Red King 10 already, bro.
It's been rough for this Medusa to find the farm in the jungle.
GY.
Alacrity's done well on Leshrac, but he's almost level 12, so they really need to fight with this Leshrac. But now it just feels like they're constantly having to push out these waves.
Yeah. And look at that. GY and offlane of Ragdoll even has a more level than Medusa.
Yep. The sad Medusa.
Stack being stole. Cannot find a space to farm. Under level. Also under farm. He still doesn't have any other than Dragonlance. It's 15 minutes already as a Medusa. This is considered very slow.
Yep. She hasn't died. Like, it's not like she's feeding or getting owned in lane. It's just like she's not getting the CS. And that's maybe part of the problem with their draft, having Leshrac and Tide. Speaking of Tide.
Yeah,
smoking down
at the bottom lane. Seedros is on killing spree and Laguna Blade slash him down. BT faded. However, gonna get disruption and be combined with the Earth Spike, but nice BT faded, dodged the Earth Spike. But even though he was hit by the Earth Spike, it's still pretty okay for him. He's so tactical. He's now level 11 with 1.3k HP. Once he pops the Armored Mortician, it's gonna go up to like 1.7.
Yeah, I think there was a window to maybe gank him with using the Lion Mana Drain. But, you know, Pelusian going for the safe build, the standard build, maxing Earth Spike. I've seen some Lions like go for like a 3rd or even 4th point in Mana Drain to try and kill Wraith Kings. This may have been a game. I think because of how bad the start went, they should have maybe tried to make some ganks on Wraith King using Mana Drain and catching him by surprise. But that window is kind of past now.
Oh my. Yeah, and now he's about to get his reincarnation level 2.
Yep.
He actually has it.
Still possible, especially if, you know, looking at maybe that 3rd point in Mana Drain, and even the 2nd with just 40 Mana Drain can be potentially enough, but they don't seem to want to fight.
They want to go for me too. It started Sprint Siphon, and it was so easy to take this Tide Hunter down for Mitsu. It's kind of unusual.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A few times, yeah. They're not struggling to kill him at all.
Yes.
Even, I mean, this game, you know, can crack it off with stun or silence here or there, but you can't get rid of the Spirit Siphon, and they've got damage like from either Exorcism, or we saw earlier the Laguna Blade a couple times where, yeah, he'll get a Kraken off and get out of a stun or a silence. Ooh, they killed the left top.
That was
But,
a great combination between Yif and VT Faded. It looks like VT Faded started his game already. He knows he's ready and he's just moving forward. He's just gonna farm from corpses, not from creeps. Another fight happening down the triangle. You can see how confident Ragdoll menu ping player is. He get into the triangle alone.
Playing unafraid. Poor Medusa. Not having a fun time.
I mean, if you getting invaded by the supporters of the other team all the time, Medusa is not going to have a happy mind farming, you know. And an unhappy mind farming or working is always reflect with a bad job.
They can find a way to
Dire structures
solve that one, but now
They
it's
catch
just
Isu again. This time around needs to use the Rabbit and then combine with Alacrity damage. Is that gonna be enough? No. Laguna Blade still works it as usual. Next one gonna be in your dream. Medusa need to use the Stone Chains in order to get away from the scene safely. But Yif is already in. Oh, the backliner is going to be super dangerous because all the high mobility supporters of Team Ragdoll is right here. Go in, shoot Gucci, but he was dying because of the finger of death. However, GY go to the front line. VT failed to even join the team fight too. GY died because of the damage over time from the track. The fight is over. Let's take a look at the fight recap to see who actually won that one. Oh,
what's the verdict?
It's a draw.
It's a draw. This isn't
It's a
football.
draw fight.
There's no draws in Dota.
Yeah, is. This is pretty much a draw fight.
Yeah.
Between two sides, as you can see. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah,
both
we-
teams. Both. I think it's worse for Nigma Galaxy because they lose their mid and offlaner, whereas Ragdoll only lose their offlaner and a support. So even though the gold is even, I think the heroes that slightly favor Ragdoll. Wraith King and Lena, you know, staying alive. Lena doing a great job. Like, it's a cool move from to use the Ravage plus a Leshrac boot to travel in. They even use Fortification to keep the creep alive so Leshrac could complete the TP. But Lena having a BKB just meant that, you know, there's no damage in a BKB right now. They don't have enough farm on Medusa to threaten League's BKB.
Never go out.
Hit something?
Wow, that's a thank you for raising that small point. Yeah, I didn't even that. So here we go. Misu. I kind of like his item build, you know. He went for the brace and he knows this game gonna be tough. But I'm kind of surprised that at this 1.9k HP is quite easy to take him down. That
Yeah.
means the damage output of the Ragdoll must be like ridiculous.
Yeah, this Lena's packs a punch even before the physical damage items come out. Just the BKB with the fiery souls. And Wraith King, he hits hard. He's secured Aegis for his team, so this is kind of that point of the game where Enigma Galaxy have to play very passively and not really take any fights.
Alright. He faded. Now it looks like Ragdoll
Radiant's bottom
invading
tower is
the
under
direct
attack.
NC once again.
Radiant structures
No
are
area to
fortified.
farm at all for Nigma Galaxy C.
Dire's top tower
Always
is under
getting...
attack.
Oh no. Diving inside and find someone behind the bottom, the top tier 2 tower, and it's gonna be Dokkan.
Radiant's bottom tower
Position
has fallen.
4
Illusion.
out, Child Demon. No place in this
Dire's
map.
top tower has fallen.
Hey, do you think, I mean, if the worst case, Nigma Galaxy losing the first game of the series quite fast, is that gonna affect the second game, like that mind games and stuff?
Dire's top
Sometimes
tower
losing fast can be okay. You just kind of chalk it up to the draft and,
Okay.
you know,
Under attack.
realize you have to make some adjustments. But yeah, they're getting racks already. 21 minutes in, they've got
Dire's
nothing
top
to defend
tower
against
has
this.
fallen.
Man, the speed of the game is ridiculous. I mean, when we are looking at the hero lineup in the drafting table, we thought that, okay, it's going to be a very long game, but I didn't know that it's going to be this fast. I think it's all started from the bad laning phase of Nigma Galaxy, especially on the bottom lane. But, well,
Radiant are scanning.
we got to give the credit to Menu Ping.
Oh, for sure. His Death Prophet is being such a force in this game. dealing with the Tidehunter. I mean, the Tidehunter, Mizu, yeah, 0-4-0. He's been completely shut down. Him and the Medusa. This is how you beat a Medusa. Nigma Galaxy, though, ganking GY.
Oh, using the finger. Is that going to be enough? Yes, this time around it is. GY and all of Lenovo with the gang of 3 men.
Good use of the chain stuns.
Oh, look at that. Some tip.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that tip's about. Medusa just farming ancient, so not sure if something prompted it. But In Your Dream needs to get some more farm, some more net worth for this game.
Yeah. Alright, 7k
Not an easy
ahead.
Medusa game. Yeah, Lena's one of those carries that's, you know, you want to play these carries against Medusa that can kind of outrange her a bit, and Lena, one of those.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright. What a big damage coming out from that Lena, both Laguna Blade and also the physical stuff. My god. Too much. We have seen a lot of Lena games in this DPC, but in my feeling, I don't know the exact stats, but I think it's pretty much like a 50% win rate. 50-50.
Yeah. It feels like it. The hero is not like crazy, like insta win bet. When it's a good Lena game, and the hero can definitely work. See if Nigma Galaxy can get to late game. Smoke up from Ragdoll. They are trying to see who they can find. They go back to the mid lane. It's In Your Dream.
I see the fight. Oh my goodness, that is Medusa. We are witnessing. It was only around like 3.5 seconds until that Medusa melted down.
Yeah, using the Medusa to tanky carry. That's not the case there.
Oh my god. That was the power of the Desolator and also the Citrus or Archit Fiery Soul.
Struggling.
Dire's middle tower is under
Very.
attack.
Did you know In Your Dream was the 20th most visited Dota 2 player page on Wikipedia in 2021?
Really?
Whoa! Mizu?
What is that?
Did you see what just happened?
Yeah, I heard. I didn't see, but I heard the sound.
You heard.
Yeah, it was.
Farming Ravage.
Dire's bottom
Well,
tower is
Farmed a
under
creep way.
I don't think that was a misclick. I think he calculated that the guy is just going to retreat. Let's just ravage this one for the morale for the whole team.
Yeah. Give everyone something to laugh about.
No, I mean that. Oh, wow, I'm so pumped up, bro.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at that. Ragdoll is now going in, and this is an interesting point because Nigma Galaxy doesn't have a rabbit to counter on that. Oh no, so it wasn't easy to kill on Ragdoll's side.
Well, gives Joe Cam and Pelosin some time to tab out and go check out In Your Dream's Wikipedia page.
We keep PDF.
Gotta keep the clicks up, you know, keep them in the top 20.
Guys, don't Google In Your Dream.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, don't Google him, Wikipedia him.
Yeah, right now Alacrity gonna get chopped by a lot of people. It seems like, oh man, it's 10k already. What is that? You have been killed by the one true king.
The is it the Arcana or yeah, where you kill all these heroes?
On my camera, just something pop up, like a Dota system or something. All right. Anyway, 11k ahead, Ragdoll.
Dire's bottom tower is
A
under attack.
smooth way to the heaven. All they need to do is just need to make a mid-game transition into a great game eventually. Monster kill on top. Jocam is out.
Radiant wards, they just see all these heroes leaving the base and they kill them so fast.
Dire's bottom
Oh
tower
my goodness,
has
In Your Dream even have to try to farm
Smoke.
in the art.
Oh. And Pelosin's putting down all the wards to protect him. He's like, okay, you can farm here, it's safe.
Radiant's courier
put down the
has
wards.
been killed.
Oh, they killed a courier though. They revealed their position.
Dire's bottom tower is
And
under
then the rest
attack.
of the Ragdoll, I don't think they would care that much. It's not a stack camp anyway.
Yeah, they probably don't mind. They may want to not let the Medusa get too much farm in there, but yeah, Ajay goes looking. He's like, okay, can't farm any of these camps. Go somewhere else.
I mean, if Galaxy can come back in this kind of situation, man, that is meaning something. And that is going to affect the morale of Ragdoll in that second game for sure. I mean, you got everything under control. You're so far ahead, network, level, item gaps and stuff. Even hero combinations are better. But you're still losing this game. So, it's quite important for both sides for the first game of the series.
For Ragdoll, they're going to play it safe. They're going to wait for Roshan to respawn, it seems. You know, they're just playing passive, sitting back, out farming Nigma Galaxy, trying to pick anybody off who kind of pokes their nose outside of the base.
And 5-man smoke to where? Or
Maybe towards Roshan.
Up on top? Yeah.
Your dreams even in the smoke.
Oh, they're fighting BT Faded, but will the rest of Team Ragdoll gonna react about that? Because BT Faded has a reincarnation, he will be back. He's ready to throw. Summer red by a lot. They're gonna get rid of BT Faded to figure it out, but they committed everything for BT Faded. Now the rest of Team Nigma Galaxy need to fight. They need to stick together. Okay, this is a big win for them. This might be a little bit comeback to the game for Nigma Galaxy. I mean, if they get 2 kills, they get the edges too, they would be awesome.
Out of the respawn, he gets hit by a Ravage, doesn't get his BKB off on the Wraith King. I thought he was like, that could have been a team wipe the other way so easily. If Wraith King gets BKB off there, the fact Ragdoll have the outpost, so they can all like 5-man TP in to protect the Wraith King there. Unfortunately, TPing the outpost, it takes a while. It's not like TPing to a tower, so it took a bit of a time before the backup came in. And the Wraith King not getting off his BKB just meant that fight goes Nigma Galaxy's way. That gets Medusa up to Scotty. And this game suddenly, you know, glimmer of hope for Nigma Galaxy.
Yes. You take a look at the win probability is 21% on Ragdoll, and now actually back to 70 and 30. Okay, that's not bad. Life start at 30 anyway.
Wise king,
17-7 game score. I think the first edges of the game, I'm sorry, the second edges of the game is going to be super important.
Oh yeah, that's something both teams will have their eyes on. Ragdoll smoking up. They throw out a scan as well. They know where Nigma Galaxy are. There's a ward for Nigma Galaxy to kind of protect them here, and Tide not having Ravage. Bad for
Go to the
Nigma.
higher ground, they simulate all the stuff on the BKB for a jet. Shoot! As in your dream is running away with no mana. Now he's being outnumbered by the whole crew of Team Ragdoll, and Ajit is godlike.
Yeah, just running at them. No, they didn't care that Nigma Galaxy had the high ground advantage because Ravage is on cooldown. They were just unafraid. They just run up right into the ward. And that's going to set them up to take the second Roshan, which is very important this game.
A really fast shooting by Ajit. His ASPD should be around 0.27 seconds per attack. That's really fast. Alacrity need to pop the BKB just to get away from that as well. Should push.
Yeah, I think they'll, you know, slowly kind of look to siege the enemy base here. They've got the 2 lives on Lena, 2 lives on Wraith King. Lena needs to kind of heal up a bit first, but has some big items with the Silver Edge and the Lincoln Sphere.
I really like the Void Spirit item build. Even though he playing an off-lane Void Spirit, but he go for the full damage item build. No fool around like, you know, from other, but just go straight for the damage, which is awesome. The pure damage. The bottom lane is gonna be Mitsu getting caught here in a run of 8 calls, I believe, and he's out.
Feed the flame.
He even comes in with the Silver Edge. Game continuing to look not great for Nigma Galaxy. 14k gold lead. It's all up to the Medusa here in the late game.
Yeah. Not great is a little bit understatement here for Nigma Galaxy.
You know, there's still a chance. Is what you...
Yeah, indeed. Take a look. Oh, it's down to only 15% for Team Nigma Galaxy. But yeah, we have seen that they did well just now with the whole team smoke and with unusual route. They get into the Ragdoll lineup, manage to get a the VT faded kill. We would love to see something like that happen more if you want to come back in this game. I mean, playing defensive and passive is or just waiting is not going to make anything better. You might just have to make some risk.
See if they want to go out of their base and make any of those kind of risky moves. Right now, seems like the call is just defend high ground. They have an Aegis. We want to at least wait for Aegis to expire. Leshrac with the Axe Shard, very annoying to push into. The repeating Split Earth, that's just going to keep stunning you if you try and go high ground, push towers. Yep. Oh, Ragdoll. If Ragdoll want, they can play this like ultra safe and just farm the map. You know, it's a 15k, the farming Aegis. Usually it's the first Aegis is the farming Aegis. They could use this for a farming Aegis. If they do that, I've 20k gold lead in, you know, 2 or 3 minutes time if they just farm the entire map. Take the Ancients on both sides, but they're grouped up. It doesn't look like they want to use the farm. They want to take a fight. They want to take a Rax.
I mean, yeah. Top lane. And here we go. Scouted out with the observer ward. No tower, so it's going to be quite easy for them to take this one. Modification is out. Let's take a look who's going to go in first. Ragdoll or Nigma Galaxy. I think it's going to be Nigma Galaxy. Misu is trying to look for an angle. Some perfect spot to land. Easy free top racks, but well, it is something that needs to go down anyway. I mean, I would be more fancy if they push mid and get more racks, but looks like they only have 1.5 minutes. I don't think the time would be enough.
Yeah, it's going to be close, particularly because the top lane there was no tower, so Lina could stand on the high ground and attack. For this tower, I think with the Split Earth, it's going to be very hard to get a second rack, so
yeah, that's an old
the most out of this Aegis.
There's an old Thai saying that when you play against Medusa, he is just like another tier 3 tower.
Like the tier 5 tower, you know? There's like the new tower. Just split shotting everywhere. The tower that has fortification on it permanently.
True. Alright, stone gates as well. Well, high ground against Medusa is quite scary, but let's take a look if they can do. Maybe they can because they can shoot from the long range. They're sending in VT faded first, now he's dropping half. You need to crawl back a little bit, but a lot of spells have been spammed on him as well, including Demonic Purge. And there goes the first line going in, dissimulate, trying to cause some confusions of Team Nigma Galaxy, trying to force them away from the tier 3 stone. I'm not gonna make. Alright.
Pushing's just so hard.
Yeah.
You mentioned Medusa, she's a tower. Tidehunter with Gush. He's got this AoE long-range Gush, so he can just keep spamming that, which buffs up the Medusa damage. It's really nice for Medusa. And then the Split Earth we've been talking about. The Aghanim Shard, Split Earth, repeating multiple times. It's just so hard, so annoying. Ragdoll just kind of have to wait for a pick-off, really.
This is getting interesting already. I mean, we thought that, okay, Ragdoll at this stage of the game, they're gonna get it quite easy, but no. They are going to have to wait for another Aegis for sure, and try. Yeah. Who knows, we might get to see like 70 minutes game.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, Nigma Galaxy's draft is so good at delaying things, and Aegis, I don't think is like the thing that lets them go high ground. It's more like they need to win a fight or kill some heroes. Yeah. Force buybacks, because pushing enemy high ground means you're fighting 5 versus 10 if they all have buyback. And on the Dire side, there aren't that many buybacks, but you're never quite sure of it. Medusa's only 100 gold from buyback, so she'll probably have it very soon. Lestrac's not that far off, so you just don't want to push enemy high ground when there's potential buybacks that can ruin your day.
Yep. All right.
Blink back. They smoked up and then decided not to go.
Yeah, this is going to be a very important start. Quite well for get menu ping first. Misu.
Yeah.
Landing it out, but yeah, VT faded slash up. all that pollution. So it's a trade. It seems to be a good trade for Team Nigma Galaxy. But let's take a look at round 2. Going in with the Astral Step to aiming for that Medusa. A little bit out of position for Medusa, but he being saved by Joe Cam. Using the disruption, but the mana of Medusa gone real fast. He needs to crawl back to the higher ground. The rest of Team NGX need to take turns and stays in the front line. That's why Alacrity is coming out. But Citra moving in quite... Oh, no! Not with a blade on the...
That creep looked
Not with a
fun.
blade on the creep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they took the mid tower while that was happening, so that's not a bad pickup because it makes pushing this mid lane a whole lot easier when there's no tower there. But yeah, Tide using Ravage just for the support death profit, not bad because he has Refresher, but he didn't really he held on to the Refresher, so that he's hoping that his Ravage can come back up and he'll have double Ravage again soon.
$1K ahead for Ragdoll, but the game still looks like 60-40 to me. Oh, look at that. Glepnir from Yif. That's interesting.
Yeah. He's had it for a little while, right? Rushed it, and just the extra control that it gives, this AoE and snare, is really annoying. We saw in that last fight, it catch Usa with a support, and they just get locked in place.
Yeah, obstacle wall of Team Nigma Galaxy outside, being denied it right away. A lot of the damage on Medusa transferred to the target, and there goes Citrus die for the first time. He's got like streak broken, and also Min Yu Pang. Oh no, it's 2 down for Team Ragdoll. But that's have to trade with the buyback of Team Nigma Galaxy C. But on the support, it's still pretty okay for them.
Yeah. Mizu held on to his Refresher as long as he could, but eventually had to use it and got good value out of it. And yeah, a great hold. The key thing there is the Lion got that Hex onto the Lina. I don't know what broke the Lincoln Sphere, but Lina kind of ran in, got Hex, then because of that couldn't get the BKB off, got Ravaged. So just great use of the spells and getting these chain stuns out. For Nigma Galaxy, they're going to feel pretty good about maybe some hope in the late game as they drop scales. Like Tide hits level 20, -4 Gush armor. His Gush is now reducing armor.
Vanished.
Really, -10 armor in an AoE from Medusa is crazy good.
Yeah, I mean, if we take a look at the Tide Hunter game, I mean, we might have seen him die a lot in the mid game and also the early game, but in the end, he is only died 5 times for the whole game. It's not like 10 or something. He still find his way back on the grip.
Top tower
and if you take a look at the graph, it's dropping down to Team Nigma Galaxy C. This is something that we mentioned around 5 minutes ago that, hey, if Ragdoll losing this one, I think this will definitely affect the team morale in the second game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's one of those games where Ragdoll losing this would feel really, really sad for them. I think, you know, for Nigma Galaxy, they'll feel like they're putting up a really good fight and playing it well. They're the ones on the back foot. So losing these games for Nigma Galaxy is less like, you know, mentally damaging. But, how things go from here. There's a double damage rune that Faded gets. Not bottled though, so not sure he'll be able to make a fight off of this. But yeah, his Wraith King most close to being 6-slotted. They smoke up with the DD. They want to take a fight. No Ravage for... Okay, 5 seconds. There is Ravage. Mizu needs to not get bursted here.
All right, 5-man smoke. Let's see what angle they're going to go in and who's going to get gone on first. Nigma Galaxy, I think the key hero is the Chow Demon. If they can fight Chow Demon, there will be no saver. And with no saver, they can easily kill. Oh, turn a bit for the support, but the support just away just in time. So fail red fire blast. Now the can start getting to In Your Dream. In Your Dream, look at the blaze on him, killing some bit of mana, and a rabbit comes out. Oh no! In Your Dream kills Citrus for the second time already, and the second life of BT Faded will be destroyed by In Your Dream. Do not Google In Your Dream. Oh my goodness, man, you paying gonna be the next one. Everyone being destroyed in front of a full male-grown Medusa. And now he's just gonna go into the Roshan pit, being tipped as well. Mizu, perfect landing.
Oh, getting the Lina again, double damage, like, that's heartbreaking for Ragdoll considering how far ahead they are and how well they're doing. And Mizu just finds the opportunity to blink Ravage, catches Lina once, refreshes for the Lina. Leshrac follows up with a blink split earth as well, so they get the perfect chain stun and At this point, Leon's going to be thinking like, I need like an Aeon disc or something just to get out of this Ravage stun.
Wow.
Radiant's middle
What a
tower
game we
is under
have today,
attack.
bro. What? I noticed that every time that we cast together, the game always crazy. That's no like, okay, whoop, and then one-sided game.
Radiant's
Well,
middle
that
tower
is,
has
but
fallen.
it was only a few, and all we get is just a crazy game.
The series delivering. We talked about how much is at stake here. Getting into Division 1, these teams
Radiant's
both
middle
undefeated.
tower is under attack.
We've been kind of waiting eagerly for these top teams to play. Nigma Galaxy, Ragdoll, Polaris, the third team who's undefeated in Division 2. Only 2 of these 3 teams go to Division 1.
Sisters 3 once more.
As it stands, Nigma Galaxy have brought back Game 1 of this series to an even point.
My God, it used to be like 12 cases now. It's down to 8K. Let's take a look at their win probability. It's actually on NGSC side with 54% and 46 on Ragdoll. I think Ragdoll still got a chance to come back on this one, but it's just that, yeah, maybe a big smoke and catching up all the backliners of Nigma Galaxy would do the job. But the thing is, Nigma Galaxy is not going to spread out that much. As you can see, Peloton is always standing next to Medusa because he knows that all the split shot will protect him, and he also can
Radiant's
protect
top
Medusa with a
tower
Hex
is
and
under
Earth
attack.
Spike.
Yeah, we'll see. The supports can continue position so well. The Lion and the Shadow Demon are the 2 key targets,
Radiant's
but
top
both
tower
of them
has
having
fallen.
Aeon Disc makes them so much harder to go on. There's no nullifiers, nothing to really dispel these Aeon Discs right now. So
That, oh, the game is so passive, but it's actually full of everything. Decision making, all the small techniques, mistakes, drama, emotional. And we are down to here. Nigma Galaxy first time knocking on Team Ragdoll. Half HP already on a top tier 3 tower. What you gonna do next? Meanwhile, 2 of the Ragdoll players still outside trying to play the observer ward at the triangle. That's a good.
There goes double damage.
Yep. Double damage. So walk back. Let's take a look at this one. Ravage comes out. A pretty good setup damage. DY melted down. You need to buy back right away. In your dream, moving forward, forcing everyone away from the scene. And let's take a look who's there in the middle. It's Menu Ping. Exorcism is gone. Exorcism of every rose. Oh no! It's GY on the BKB. That is his buyback. He needs to be careful. If he died right here, no more buyback. It's gonna be a dieback. It could be the game. Nigma Galaxy. Get rid of the Avoid Spirit. That it's time to just move things forward, moving up the high ground.
They want to end this one. They've still got this Aegis for 90 seconds. They have a Refresher Shard as well, so Tide still has double Ravage. Even though he used his Refresher Shard, he's got a second and a third one ready to go.
Oh dear lord. Down to only 2K ahead for Ragdoll. It's time for Team Nigma Galaxy to start with the attack on the top. Bar racks. First set of racks gone. The game now
Radiant's top
officially
barracks are
tied
under attack.
once again, but let's take a look. Team Nigma Galaxy, one more set.
Do they want to go for mid?
Radiant's middle tower
No
is
Void
under
Spirit. They
attack.
know it was a dieback, so Letrek able to push
Radiant's
so
middle
fast with
tower
this
has
Edict
fallen.
level 25, so the explosion's just melting through stuff.
Oh, BT faded. It's not the hair for Team
Yeah.
Nigma Galaxy. He can't stand all the power of this Medusa. Holding on at Aegis as well. He has no worry going down one time. He's gonna be back.
Yep.
Radiant's
He
middle
Happy to throw away the
barracks
Aegis.
are under attack.
At this point, he wants to make sure he doesn't get caught as Aegis expires. That's like how you kind of, not throw this game, but how you end up in a really bad spot is if you die right as Aegis expires without the respawn. You know, we've seen that a few times where teams know the exact timing. So yeah, he just TPs back to base, plays it safe. And for Nigma Galaxy, they're going to reset feeling very confident in their late game power here. They're waiting for that double Ravage to come back up for Mizu. He's going to wait 60 seconds for his Refresher Orb, and pressure's on Ragdoll to make a move.
Quick, I think the problem right now is Red King being kited out by the Medusa. Even though he's standing next to the Medusa, but the other or reinforcement damage is not gonna get near Medusa. So it's pretty much like he 1v1 Medusa. Yes, he can kill Medusa, but it's gonna take too long.
Oh, 100%. The hero that can deal with Medusa is the Lina, but every single fight we see Lina getting blinked on and ravaged. So Citrus, you know, I mentioned an Aeon Disc could help him, but then he's not doing damage. He has to go these damage items. He opts for Satanic, hoping he can like lifesteal through the damage. But it's going to be tough for this Lina to stay alive when there's a potential double Ravage jumping on top of you.
And just now I was goosebumps. I know that that is going to be the last team fight of the game. Definitely. This one is going to be the last one. We will win this one pretty much. Okay. A nice save on the Lion using the disruption. Setting in some cuts as well. Medusa not in place. In the middle of everything. Start shooting the snow on everyone. Oh no. Alacrity. Eve Scepter trying to buy some time. Menu Pink gonna go down because of the arrow for sure. Citrus strategy now. Who can buy back? Need to buy it right now. VT failed. BKB throwing the red fire blast and in your dream dodge it with the meta style. He's falling back a few steps and now he's starting to come back.
Double rabbit
again. Mitsu with another rabbit. Finish one. Oh, that's the first life. But he never gonna wait for the second life. He finished one already. It's Lina down and also the menu ping of the Dead Prophet. They're still trying to find more. And eventually VT faded fall.
Yeah, he delayed it with the Aghanim Scepter, you know, that little bit of extra respawn time, but it was already a lost fight. Such great patience from Mizu, just sitting on the sides, waiting for those BKBs to end. He has an Arcane Blink now, so he gets that extra bit of ability cooldown reduction when he blinks in for these Ravages. It's such an insane item to have. His Tide had such a bad start, you know. At one point I was commenting how he's 0-3-0. He hadn't been in a single of his team's kills at like 20 minutes, but he has bounced back once he got these items up, and it's Nigma Galaxy on the cusp of taking game number 1.
Oh my goodness, what a game. At this stage, well, at this point I think we might get to see like the 3 game definitely.
There, Nigma Galaxy is just such a good late game team. I commented, you know, so many of their games have gone 40+ minutes. They've had 50-minute game. They had a 60-minute game as well. So when it gets to late game, their decision making is just so good. They know how to use their spells, how to position, and which fights to take better than anyone in this Division 2.
Yeah, and at the same time, Ragdoll is not an easy opponent as well. In the early game, they have shown us how sharp they are when it comes to the ganking in the early fights. Man, so let's take a look at this one. This is probably going to be the last one. And moving in, charging forward. Still no rabbit, but that will be no problem because In Your Dream is too strong. He's shooting from a long range, slowing everyone. This is a big problem for Team Ragdoll dealing with the Medusa because they can't get near. And Medusa is acting like a defensive blind for every single Nigma Galaxy player. Now, once he comes back, start shooting again and everything will be slow light. Oh my goodness.
Lina gets taken out.
That should be it. But they still want to do some buyback. They want to try the strength of the Medusa. BT faded and it's a GG call. Nigma Galaxy came back 15 minutes in. Take game 1 over Ragdoll.
What a comeback. What a comeback.
Know, right?
The Galaxy were down. They had like a 15% win probability. It was like a 20k gold lead. And they find a way to bounce back. The refresher Tide, winning them the fights. They just recognize, you know, we just going to throw everything at this Lina. Catch her with these Blink Ravages. And the Nigma Galaxy supports weren't really dying in these fights as well. They would position well. The Aeon Disc pickups, both supports having them cause a lot of problems. I think the one thing that maybe Ragdoll needed to change was have the Wraith King go for that Nullifier, and he needs to be the one jumping the supports and killing them with Nullifier.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to
Dire team
DPC 2022 Tour 1 Division 2, the match between Team Ragdoll versus Nigma Galaxy C in a best of 3 series. We are in game number 2, and the current score is Nigma Galaxy C1, Ragdoll 0. You're here with me, Cyclops and God, as
10
your
seconds
commentator.
remaining.
Hello.
Hey, man, that was a good game
Oh.
one.
5
Hello.
seconds
enjoyed
remaining.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Aha,
sorry,
all
forgot to click
good.
the unmute button. I was just saying that was a sick game one.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that a lot.
Oh, Viva for Ragdoll instead on this one. Okay. Hey, just now Ragdoll picking Viva, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
they had
okay.
the Gleipnir Weaver.
Oh yeah,
10
yeah, I
seconds
remember.
remaining.
Yes, and then Nigma
Yeah,
Galaxy.
I don't know. The Gleipnir kind
5
of seemed
seconds
okay, but then
remaining.
later on it almost felt like having an Aghanim Scepter against the Tide might be better. But using Ag's Weaver against Tide is pretty tricky because if the Lena gets Ravage and you're trying to time lapse her, generally you're going to be caught in the Ravage as well if you get too close.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Ooh. What do you want to see to be better for Team Ragdoll in the second game?
I
So
think
many
one of two
things.
things. Yeah. No, I think it's they need to decide whether they want to try if they want to try and beat Nigma Galaxy in the late game because they are such a late game oriented team and pick a better carry matchup. But Wraith
Radiant
King
team
struggles against a Medusa just because you're always being kited around. Is go all in on the early game, like get all the early game heroes and just try and win fast, which is kind of what they did. They just didn't commit. Like they took racks at I think it was like 21 minutes, right? They went high ground and took the racks up top. They took too long to go for the next lanes of racks. It wasn't until like 35-40 minutes. So I think just play a bit more aggressively with a bit more confidence because we're seeing the exact same drops here, by the way.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
I remember that. That's one time that they get the Aegis, probably the second Aegis, but then then they hang around playing it too safe. I know that Medusa is something that you can't underestimate the power when you're trying to go high ground against her. But sometimes you just gotta take risks, man. I mean,
Radiant
not
team
taking
ban.
risks, you're gonna
Dire
lose
team
eventually
ban.
anyway because the Medusa is gonna be stronger and stronger, and maybe that's the reason why they banned out Medusa in this game. The rest are still the same. The picks, it's just about the bans.
And I think that's something Nigma Galaxy did really well was go for these items early on that made pushing high
10
ground hard. Like
seconds
Tide
remaining.
had this early Ag Scepter, which seemed a bit weird, but in the end it helped out a lot to
5
defend high
seconds
ground.
remaining.
Leshrac got the Aghanim Shard really early on, which also helped defend high ground. So they got these items that kind of played into the fact that they were losing and just needed to get late game. If they can just defend their racks, they'll eventually felt like they could win some fights and win the game, which proved to be true. This time around, they won't get Medusa though. That's the the third option, just ban Medusa, which kind of I think the first option where it's like if you want to beat them late game and have the right carry matchup, you need to make sure in your dream isn't just getting to go late game on a hero like
Radiant
Medusa.
team ban.
Yep, Draringe also has been banned. They know that Ragdoll might want to push the game even faster, changing from the Raid King into a Draringe, and the game will be super fast for sure. So, what do we have for the replacement for Nigma Galaxy if they want to sweep this
10
series?
seconds remaining.
No Medusa? Then what
Dire
could go
team
super hard?
ban.
Phantom Assassin, eh?
Yeah, PA. I wouldn't mind seeing PA. I think
Yeah.
maybe wait to see a little more in terms of what your opponents are picking. Usually you want to see
Dire
like what your
team
matchup in the offlane is going to be.
Radiant team pick.
Other hero, they played PA, I think, in their last series. Oh, they also love to play
Radiant
Mirana.
team pick.
This is a big Nigma Galaxy pick.
Ooh, T-Blade.
Oh, do they pick PL? PL's kind of the go-to TB counter often, but
Yeah.
I feel like Nigma Galaxy might Phantom Lancer in response to this TB. I'm not sure how confident they are in PL, whether or not that's something your
10
dream can
seconds
comfortably
remaining.
play or not.
I remember
most
seeing
carry
him
players-
play quite often
5
back
seconds
then, maybe
remaining.
1 or 2
Okay.
years ago in a Southeast Asia scene. He played
Dire
when
team
he was at
Legion
Boom or something.
Commander.
Yeah, Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. He played a lot of PL. Yes, if the team needs a PL, he definitely can. But is that the right option to go? I mean,
I'm just trying to think. What are the carries against traditionally the carries is like Phantom Lancer
10
or
seconds
Warden.
remaining.
What else do you want to go? Those are the two
5
big ones,
seconds
really. Or you
remaining.
play like fast paced. But if you want to out carry
oh yeah,
the Naga Siren, I guess, is maybe an option as well. This is a Mizu team. He may not be the Naga player anymore since he's the offlaner, but he may still feel like, this is the hero we want.
yeah, man. Finally, my time to shine. The Naga Siren comes in. I have seen in the TI-10 we have seen the Naga Siren of Yotoro not going for some farming strat like old school Naga Siren with the Radiance and stuff, right? But he went for the battle build, Sentin Yasha
Radiant team
and Meta Storm going for the fast fight. Could be that one, but they secure their core first. The track, yes, this is the core.
Yep. Yeah, they, I guess, prioritize. I mean, they don't have now. They can just pick whatever carry they want because they have enough of a TB answer with less
Yeah.
stress. So
10
there's your AoE
seconds
damage.
remaining.
You can kill the illusions.
Dire
If you feel like you
team
need
back.
even more, Mirana can go for like an Aghanim Scepter. So they can just pick whatever carry they feel like fits the game best now. PL does end up getting banned because it's the
Radiant
TB
team
counter, so
banned.
It's nice.
they would have known this is coming.
Great
You pick
call.
Leshrac there instead of PL, it's going to get banned.
All right, straight up got banned. PL Blade. Here with the T-Blades. Yeah, the other options by End of the Game Fast seems to be
10
more
seconds
interesting after
remaining.
PL getting banned. But we'll have to take a look.
5 seconds remaining.
Lycan. All those are still in the options.
Sure, either team wants to like in here. I think for Nigma Galaxy, it's not a hero that carries late game. Like with Tide Hunt, they could go for like all-in push, but
Oh,
that's just
yeah.
not their playstyle. I think that doesn't work with their playstyle so well. As for Ragdoll, offlane Lycan, I don't know. I think with offlane Lycan, you want a carry that can benefit from the Wolf Bite, which Terrorblade isn't really. You want like that melee hero maybe. And they've already got an offlaner. They've got Legion Commander, so I don't think they're looking for an offlane pick. They're probably just looking for their other support. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, Death Prophet Weaver. No, what are they looking? They're looking for they're looking for a mid. Okay, that's what they're looking for. A mid. Yeah. Unless they want to
PA
do Death Prophet mid.
Phantom Assassin for Nigma Galaxy. Makes sense,
yeah.
right?
It does. It could. I think it could be PA anti-mage if they want to go greedy. They want to win late game. AM's a little risky. I think against Legion Commander can be rough, and against physical damage draft like TB Weaver, playing AM can be a bit tricky. I'd rather maybe they go like Morphling. We haven't seen in these two teams, but Morph is a
Dire team
carry hero a
back.
lot of teams are going to right now. It feels like pretty solid.
That's a great ban on the Monkey King. Yeah. Faceless Void. Is another name.
Radiant
Jumping in,
team
Chrono
pick.
Sphere, and then follow up with all the damage of the track, and then just trying to ravage on top of it again. But see, Queen of Pain. Ragdoll is going to get the first draft, and then Nigma Galaxy
10
will get a
seconds
chance to just
remaining.
last pick it.
5 seconds remaining.
What's it going to be for Ragdoll for the mid lane? I mean, Spirit's still in the pool. With Legion TB, I think they need maybe some more burst damage
Dire
for
team
mid game.
pick.
Something to get some dual kills. Bat Rider, that's good amount of damage. Not like burst damage, but it's damage. Like that's to me what I look at their draft and feel like they lacked is just some way to kill some of these heroes. They got a lot of physical damage from TB. They now throw in some magic damage, and Bat Rider here that can maybe threaten to kill this Leshrac in the
10
mid lane if
seconds
Leshrac ever
remaining.
plays too aggressive.
Yeah, that's
5
going to put a lot of
seconds remaining.
concerns on Leshrac mind. That the standing position will be quite hard for him.
You may now select your heroes.
Ooh, carry
Invoker,
Leshrac.
man.
I don't think he saw this one coming. They were expecting the Lesh to be the mid laner, and then they just bust out an Invoker. So I'm pretty sure Leshrac goes safe lane and Invoker goes mid. Yeah, in your dream, picking up the Leshrac.
Wow. Just wow, man.
That's
I mean,
a surprise.
I admit, I do have like a flash in my mind that what if it's gonna be invokers and stuff, but no, because Nigma Galaxy loves the carries, and then this has actually surprised me. And I just read some articles like 2-3 days ago. It was about the comeback of all these non-physical hard carries. For example, Leshrac, we're playing Leshrac as post one. They are in the Dota buff, right? And it's showing the trends that all these carries are coming back in the high rank games. And well, we'll see. But like you said, playing like this is like playing against Time Bomb. You were limited with time, so let's see. Changing the play style drastically, is it gonna work for NGX?
Yep, you definitely don't want this game to go too much into the late game when you don't have that traditional hard carry, that traditional late gamer. So it's going to be a different look from this team here. Very curious to see as Nigma Galaxy. I mean, this is their first time playing Invoker in DPC League. Something that Alacrity is well known for, though. It's one of his more often played heroes in competitive games and pub games. He does love to play the Invoker. It's his most played. In terms of pubs, it's his most picked by a big margin. So he's an Invoker spammer.
Yes. He must have like a very fast fingers.
Yep.
All right.
Master tier.
True. He must be good at all the music games, this guy. Because I heard the players, you know, they train by playing all the music games, the DJ games and stuff. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the second game of the best of 3 series. Ragdoll stay at the same side on the Radiant. Citrus on Batrider, VT Fated and T-Blade. GY on Legion Commander. And Menu Ping on Dead Prophet and Yif on Weaver.
For Nigma Galaxy, SEA, this is one of their 2 teams. We have Pelusin playing Lion, Alacrity playing Invoker, In Your Dream playing Leshrac, Joachim playing Marana, and Mizu playing Tidehunter.
Awesome. Awesome. So, which side do you prefer?
After seeing game 1 end, I draft-wise, hard to... It's not like there's one team with a straight up better draft. It's just 2 very clashing styles. Like Nigma Galaxy want to play the early to mid game where they get an advantage. They push with this Leshrac Edict. They have all this magic damage. They don't have a good late game. And then for Ragdoll, it's kind of the opposite where they want to stall, keep towers alive and play for late game. The thing is, their draft doesn't defend towers well. They don't have that like Tidehunter or Medusa.
That's
like
true.
what we saw last game from Nigma Galaxy, Tide, Medusa, Leshrac, these heroes defend towers really well.
Yes.
Well, Leshrac when you have the shard.
That's a very good point that you raised.
Yeah, Batrider doesn't defend towers that well. Neither does TB. Legion's okay. Like you can throw out the overwhelming odds. Weaver can throw out some bugs, but it's not great tower defense. So if they can get to late game, Ragdoll, you know, they should win unless they're like really far behind on gold. But getting to late game is tricky.
10 minutes, 3 tier 1 tower possible?
10 minutes?
10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, to get... I think by 10 minutes they'll have at least 1 tower, maybe 2. I'm not sure if they'll get the mid tower as well.
Yeah.
I think their goal is like get their first tower maybe around 10 minutes and then get their next tower around like 15 minutes. But then I think it's like that mid game, like, you know, from 15 to 20 minutes, that's when they want to take all the towers. Like the first 10 minutes, they're not that strong until they get their levels. Like Leshrac needs to max Edict, be like level 8, level 9. Invoker needs levels. So they do need levels early on. Like it's not like from the lanes they're going to play super aggressive. It comes a bit later.
All right. On top, it's going to be the Track and Lion. I mean, if they really want to win this one, they need to seek for some kills. Playing aggressive against all these heroes, that's what I'm talking about. But the first split third was missed.
Yeah, you got to practice that one. The 1.4 second stun on Earth Spike, not the long.
Oh,
it's done.
God. Yeah.
The second one, he lands on some creeps, which was intentional. Got 2 creeps with it. That was nice.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Pelusin going to lose his courier up top. That's a bit annoying for him, but that's what Weavers do. They just kill a bunch of couriers and make your life miserable.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm inspired to play Weaver. I'm gonna right after this, I'm gonna go back home, play a lot of Weaver. Yeah. Back to the bottom lane. We have TB and Date Prophet teaming up together against Thai Hunter and also Dokam on the Mirana. I think that the lane would be slightly easier for Misu compared to the last game. I don't think he will get the blade a lot like last game. But, well, he's gonna deal with the same enemy, which is Date Prophet, so can't underestimate the power of Spirit Siphon.
Yep. Yeah, I'm wondering if we see any difference in his game. Wraith King has a bit more maybe kill threat than the TB, although, you know, when Metamorph is up, if TB has like some boots, he can kind of chase you down.
Yeah. He's a fast movement speed hero anyway, starting off with the 315 movement speed.
Yep. Something cool done by the Invoker in the mid lane. He's getting the forward spirit. He's got an early point in Exort just for the forward spirit so he can deny the runes. He denied top rune with the forward spirit while picking up the bottom one. So this Batrider is going to not get many runes if the Invoker keeps doing this.
On top lane, I'm just surprised that they're playing aggro against Team NGXC.
Yeah.
And it was NGXC with a great counter. They just planted the sentry immediately and killed Yif. Seems like this is not going the way Yif won, just like last game.
Yeah. Gotta be a little bit careful. Respect the Lion having that double disables and that sentry ward meant he was ready for the rotation. Does let Weaver TP mid to refill the bottle. Arjit or Citrus on the Batrider's just like, yeah, I'm not getting any runes. I need some help. If you're going to TP back to lane, give me a bottle refill.
That's a good help. Yif. The at the bottom lane, the harassing power of Team NGX was much better than the previous game. Having Dokam standing around, babysit Misu and shooting from long range with the Mirana helps a lot.
Yep. Wasn't sure which way Invoker's build was going to go in the mid lane. Looks like he's going for Exort Invoker. He got a second point into Exort. At level 2, he had Quas Wex, but then he's kind of either changed his mind or just wanted the 1 point in the spells early on. So we could see some Sunstrikes.
He's playing a big role on top, trying to harassing the Apollos and trying to make their life uncomfortable. Even though he died one time, he's just gonna keep coming back in and leading GY to farming behind the top tier 1 tower.
Yeah, but In Your Dream may try and punish this. He does pull the creep wave back, so not letting them steal these creeps.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Peloton and Yif movement is so crucial to this game.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yif is scouting out some of these stacks. Peloton does have a range drop now, so he can block some of this damage and play a bit more aggressive with his Lion.
On the bottom lane, I am seeing Menu Ping doing the same old stuff, Spirit Siphon on Misu. But now he was hit by an arrow. Yeah, that's something he needs to be careful about. Something different. Spirit Siphon aiming for the Misu. VT faded is going to attack him from long range. Dokam leaped away. Back to top lane.
Nemo top, yeah.
Yeah, a very tough fight. All the lanes, still no first blood just yet, but all the lanes are quite fun to watch.
Yep. Well, there was the first blood top, but no kills after that.
Yeah, so.
But I'm curious to see Invoker. He's got Sunstrike queued up already. He's been a bit low mana, which is unfortunate. Otherwise, we may have seen more Sunstrikes to these side lanes, but probably top lane is where the most likely action will happen. I think bottom lane's kind of a bit of a boring farm lane until either heroes rotate or Tide hits level 6, because you don't really have a good setup for the arrow. Little courier snipe there. But most likely, yeah, top lane is where all the fighting's kind of happening.
Yeah, going straight in. A Hex and maybe an Earth Bite. Oh, miss a split turret. But let go. And now, just like you said, he added up some Sunstrike. Getting quite scary for Team Ragdoll.
Now they know Alacrity has the Sunstrike. Perhaps before that they weren't sure how many points or what exactly he was doing with his build, but Quas Exort is the way he wants to go.
Yif, next thing we know, he's He camping out at the middle lane and trying to just
The prize is mine.
Chuguchi in when he has the opportunity. Men Yu Ping versus Dokkan. Men Yu Ping with the Spirit Siphon. Dokkan jumped away. He has to.
Finds a Curry as well, but yeah, Jokam, he may force another leap out of him. Throw an arrow, which gets dodged.
Dire's
He finds the Curry
has
at the
been
shop.
killed.
This Death Prophet with just like Spidey senses.
Oh, Sunstrike teaming up. Oh, wow. Sunstrike teaming up with the Hex and another Spy Split third. Sunstrike finish it off. DY down for the first time. I think the second time. Hey. Yeah, the first time.
His first death. Nice for Alacrity to get himself involved with the Sunstrike. Doesn't get the kill. It's always nice when you can get the kills Invoker and get that gold while you're throwing out the Sunstrikes, but Alacrity just playing the greedy old school style of Quas Exhort Invoker with Midas Rush, Boots of Travel, going for more of that late game play rather than the let's make plays with Quas Wex. And I like this. You've got a Leshrac on your team. You're not fighting. It's like if you have a really greedy carry, like if he had the Medusa this game, you want to go more for like the Quas Wex, burn into, you know, Alacrity up your carry. This game around,
Radiant's
there's no one to
top tower
Alacrity.
is under attack.
Oh, man. Looking at Leshrac farming all the stack, it's so satisfying.
Yep.
All the Devilic Edict, Pulse Novas and stuff.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Keep farming. In the first 10 minutes of the game, nothing much going
Rabbit's
on.
bottom.
Only 2 kills and yep.
Radiant's
Alacrity,
bottom tower
sorry, I
is
missed
under
the accent
attack.
just now. Yeah, Mister trying to get away safely. His teammate, his buddy Jokam dropping quite low. I don't think Jokam gonna make it. The question is, can he do? Yes, can.
He hit the arrow.
Jokam got away, really. Yif is shooting on him, setting in some bugs and finish him off.
Thread the needle through your eyes.
Gets out of there on the Tide 100. The Mirana dying, not the big kill that they were hoping to get on the Tide. So nicely done. Invoker's trying to rotate on over. He realizes maybe that some stacks are being kind of stolen here by the Batrider, but can't really do a whole lot about it for the time being, so gonna give them up.
All right, the graph looking pretty even between both sides. Ragdoll and Nigma Galaxy. And Alacrity now finish off the hand of Midas. What do you visualize the 30 minutes game gonna be?
In terms of like who's winning or what items, what part of the part of the 30 minutes?
Everything. Like team fight, winnings.
Oh, I think by then, I think Nigma Galaxy is hoping to have a bit of a lead by that point. Like they're meant to be this
Radiant's middle
strong
tower
team
is
that will
under
take all the
attack.
towers. Like if the game goes according to plan, Nigma Galaxy should have taken almost all the early outer towers by 30 minutes and have Roshan control
Radiant's bottom
and like
tower is
10
under
a
attack.
10k lead. But if it goes Ragdoll's way, you know, if it's even at 30 minutes, then Ragdoll's doing well because they want to have this even game where TP's free farming.
Yes. And the late game, of course, belongs to team Ragdoll with the TB.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is
I
under
don't
attack.
think it's likely that Ragdoll have an advantage like at 20 to 30 minutes. If anything, I think the game being even is them having an advantage, but we'll see. Right now, both teams trying to get those level 6s.
Oh.
Nice Earth Spike arrow combo.
Return to permanent stuns. Whew. Permanent. Well, welcome to the hood, man.
Radiant's top tower
And they got the
fallen.
top
that
tower
is-
as well.
That is not somewhere where where Legion Commander was welcome. Wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, true.
They smoke up now. They know someone's going to come try and deward this, I guess, and they want to maybe fight around that ward.
Sneaky. Right, 2 guys smoking. Looks like the I kind of like the way the Lion and the
Radiant's
Mirana are
bottom
moving
tower is under
all
attack.
the time in the map. Peloton calling the game quite well. Dokam.
Yep.
And now
Yeah,
they're
the-
trying to push the bottom tier on tower. If they get this one
Radiant's
too,
bottom
then
tower
it would
is
be
under
awesome
attack.
for them.
Want this These early towers. You
Radiant
mentioned 10
structures
minutes.
are
What
fortified.
towers? They've only gotten the one
Radiant's
tower at 10
bottom
minutes, but
tower is under
it's now
attack.
where they're strong. They've got Leshrac,
Dire's
Yield
top
Scepter. They've got a
tower
lot
is
of
under
levels on
attack.
Invokers, so high level
Dire's
Sunstrike,
structures are fortified.
double Forward Spirit as well, so they can really push towers with double Forward Spirits in Leshrac.
Joe just now
Radiant's
landing
bottom tower is under
the
attack.
arrow and hit the
Dire's
Batrider.
top tower
Batrider
is
and
under
also
attack.
Ragdoll trying to
Radiant's
strike it
bottom
back
tower
and taking
is
down the top tier 1 tower, which is a pretty good thing to do. Somebody get frame rate back. It's gonna be Joe to kill support and also getting the tower.
Dire's
Not
top
bad at
tower
all
is
for Team
falling.
Ragdoll, consider their heroes.
Kill the support, take the tower. Trading towers here is, yeah, it's good for them. They just want to keep this game as even as
Radiant's bottom
possible, so
tower
just
is under attack.
trading farm, trading towers. Keeping this mid tower alive is going to be the tricky part, and we're going to maybe find out if that is indeed possible. But for now, Nigma Galaxy not committing too many heroes to that mid lane.
Blackity pretty static to the middle lane, not moving away that much. Maybe he's just gonna move out after the mid tier 1 tower goes down.
Three things.
Lawson. Another tactical game from both sides.
Yep. Which, I mean, for now, it's not necessarily favoring either team. I think, if any, maybe very slightly Nigma Galaxy, like they want this lanes to just go well enough that they get their early farm and items, and then the fight's going to come soon. Like they're very close to hitting some strong power spikes, I feel like, mostly off of just levels and some of these early game items. But you know, Leshrac and Invoker are the two most farmed heroes in the game. Batrider's not really been able to make too many plays or play too greedy, but we'll have a Blink Dagger soon, so we'll see how that kind of changes things up a bit. But when you've got a Midas Invoker getting a lot of levels in farm, you're happy with this low kill game early on, at least.
One thing Ragdoll need to be careful about is the growing of Mitsu. He has such a great game, much better than the previous one. And now he's on the way to sector, which is jumping out, and here we go trying to set it the fight up with the U scepter, but he decided at the last minute not to go in.
Yeah, maybe it was the Death Prophet silence, something that got him, but they don't follow it up. Any hero who does get caught by a stun, it feels like they're almost certain to die. Exort's almost maxed out, so those stun strikes, they hurt.
Oh, it seems like Ragdoll walking up to the high ground just to see NGX farming in their own territory. They need to react.
Yep.
They retreat.
Just taking out that Radiant Vision, denying them some wards. And they're doing a really good job of
Radiant's
making sure
middle
that they
tower
always
is
have
under
this
attack.
Invoker farming. They don't have to bring the
Radiant's
Invoker. Just a
structures
Sunstrike
are
threat
fortified.
is a huge amount of damage, and now they're using the trees for In Your Dream to try and take this mid tier 1. He knows there's a ward here because he's being hit,
Radiant's
so
middle tower is under attack.
doing a good job of finding these
Dire's
wards and
top
also
tower is
taking
under
towers.
attack.
Losing tower, gaining towers for Nigma Galaxy is going to help
Radiant's
them
middle
in
tower has fallen.
financial wise as
Dire's
well.
top tower is
So
under
they're gonna have to really fast item, and once Pine Hunter got an Aghanim Scepter, it would be quite hard for Ragdoll to deal with.
Yep. See where he goes after. Probably the Ags into the Blink Refresher build we saw last game. The Ags is nice with the Refresher because it gives you the mana pool to really sustain it. Often tied with Refresher, you don't have the mana to use all your Ravages plus Refresher, but the Ags gives you that little boost to your mana pool. Well, thinking about a duel down bottom, but not sure he's got the damage for it. This time around, they're just not really able to use that Exorcism on the support Death Prophet to make any moves. It's going to be Citrus, Argit on the Batrider. He's hunting. They want Alacrity, and they find him.
Yes, the second time using it and drag it back, which is a core player for Team NGX, Alacrity being found. And that might be his first death.
Meanwhile, mid.
Yes, the first time. And he was your dream actually kill back on VT Faded.
Yeah.
That's a big kill, man.
They've just got him. He was turning to Sunder at the very end. He just couldn't quite turn in time. Great kill for NGX to get. They lose the Invoker, so it's kind of like that carry for carry trade. In some ways, the Invoker is like more the carry this game. As both teams are just fighting over these wards early on. A lot of Korea's trying to be hunted. These supports are just having a really good vision battle this game.
Voting Warding game is very important, especially for
Radiant
Nigma Galaxy C. Ideally, they just want to make sure they get control of the security that stop T-Blade from farming. Triangle, yeah, both sides. Don't underestimate our own triangle because T-Blade can just come in and just steal everything.
So this game will slow down a bit, but gotta imagine Ragdoll may look to make some moves off of these blink daggers. They still don't have a TB who's that ready to fight. I think until BKB, the T-Blade is still thinking like, I just want to chill, but
yeah.
Ajit,
But he's not that far away from the site.
Yep. Yeah, he wants to show up last to a fight. Until he has BKB, he's like, okay, if you guys can start a fight, I'll maybe show up later on, but he doesn't want to be the one in the front lines.
Yeah, playing a hard carry, I think the timing of getting into a fight is the hardest thing for me. I mean, when you
Smoke up, Ragdoll.
Yeah,
Here they come.
Radiant's
to
bottom
the bottom
tower
lane,
is under
gonna be the
attack.
first big team fight. Who's gonna stay in the front line? It seems like in your dream still there though. Oh, the change direction, trying to wrap around the mid tier 1 tower, or getting into
Dire's
the
middle
Dire
tower
MC.
is under attack.
That's kinda nothing happened. Oh no, Misu already got an Aghanim Scepter showing some tsunami over there.
Keeping towers alive. This is very helpful to defend towers. They TP the lion up top, trying to find some kills here. Citrus is hunting behind the tower, but he gets out in time. Really good map awareness coming from Nigma Galaxy to dodge all these ganks. They're just outmaneuvering Ragdoll right now.
Oh, look at that. He's setting out waves. I would be a good friend with Tide Hunter because I love to surf. He's just like, yeah, surf generator. Just shoot me some wave, man.
You gotta be pretty good at surfing, I feel like, to ride his gushes. Those things look violent.
Yeah. Quite fast, catching some big wave. Alright, 4K ahead for Nigma Galaxy.
Radiant are scanning.
Game is full of tactics. It's still playing with cautious both sides. Citrus.
Scan, but didn't
Got
find in your
something
dream
up.
yet.
Double damage.
He's up to something. Citrus, he's trying to find some angle, maybe jumping in, drag it back. Got in your dream position 1. No support from the rest of team. Nigma Galaxy, so dominating streak ended right there.
Yep. Great vision. The ward scouted him farming, and that's something Ragdoll have done well, is have these nice wards.
Really? Down bottom. Wow! What a pattern from the 2 support! The 2 supports killed the post 2! Oh my goodness! And they're just gonna sacrifice their life for that. Oh no, man.
Can he get out?
Well played.
He's got the Earth Spike.
Stand right there. The damage.
Earth Spike in the arrow?
Yep.
His Weaver's dying.
No! Oh, the rat finally comes in. NGSC, a rabbit, and then teleport back. No, he's not gonna make it.
Under attack.
He was so close to living.
Bro, it turned to be a great fight for Team NGS.
Yeah. That was crazy how
Radiant's
well the
top
supports
tower is
played.
under
They
attack.
kill the Batrider by themselves, and then they bait Weaver into the tower, hit him with the Earth Spike in the arrow combo while burning his mana with the mana drain as well. And then Mizu shows up like, sure, I'll get a kill with Ravage. He almost lives too. He was like 0.1 second away from TPing out there. That would have been such a one-sided fight if he got the TP out. But luckily for Ragdoll, they killed the Tide. Makes it about a 1,000 gold swing in NGX's favor in the end. So not the worst of fights.
Just wild, man. Lethal duo.
Yep.
Lion and the Mirana. This is not really good for Team Ragdoll because these support could turn themselves into a core player in the late game. Jokem now level 12. Oh, but now got caught though in a duel. And also everything is Citrus. Jokem try to do a couple of leaps, not gonna help.
Nice find. Using these Blink Dagger timings well. Ragdoll, they went for these early blinks on both Bat and Legion, so they can't just sit back and play passive. They need to be able to create space for this Terrorblade. His second item, his Skadi, is not far away, so not going for the BKB, but will have that item that makes him much tankier and harder to kill.
I am looking at the Tide Hunter right now. Misu, look at all he has. Face boot, Aghanim Scepter, and almost gotta go enough for the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This Ags is just so nice. You can just insta-clear these waves with one Gush plus Anchor Smash. You can defend towers with it. And then you get level 20. I think that's a big reason why he gets it. Level 15, you get plus 120 Gush damage. Level 20, you get minus 4 Gush armor. So there's some really good talents for this Aghanims build.
Yeah, and what you mentioned earlier about going for the Aghanim build is going to add up his mana pool as well. So can easily spam all the Gush. Right. The KPM is quite low on this one. But there's so many things to watch. More techniques.
It hasn't felt like a boring game.
Yeah.
At least not this stage of the game in the mid game where both teams are making so many aggressive moves. Another smoke coming. Alacrity, he got Lincolns, but they can break it.
Yeah, Alacrity, can he run away? He needs to buy some time before his teammate support. Where is support? Support error. 4-4, support not far, but coming in with a small rabbit. 5-on-3. What a play by Pelosi. Turning from bad to good. And he didn't even use a real rabbit. Just skip the mini rabbit only. Oh my goodness. One menu ping touchdown. He goes down. Lost one and Q4.
Yeah.
Radiant's
He deserves a tip.
Yeah. He does deserve the tip. I love this team because they don't do the beat. They don't really tip their opponents, but after a good play, they're always tipping their teammate. Like, they win a big fight that can win them the game, they tip their teammate. They don't tip them for, like, the small, good plays. It's only the big ones. And right there, Peloson's Earth Spike. Type was coming in, getting ready to blink Ravage. He showed up to the fight, and he's like, they're already dead. They've already been ravaged. Well, I guess I don't need it.
Oh, my goodness. Man, I got a goosebump. Just that was a play. That was a play. I mean, yeah, I know the modern days of Dota 2 is always decided by the carries, of course. But this game is an example that the supports play are really fantastic.
Money changes hands.
Well, we'll see where they go from here. In your dreams, Bloodstone Yule's already getting himself some charges, and it's the next smoke. It just feels like smoke after smoke. Both these teams want to constantly fight. Nigma Galaxy going to get some probably deep wards down, maybe set themselves up to take Roshan even.
Man, and this time they're going to have Invoker to fight with as well for Team Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, he died before that last fight.
Yeah.
And he's going to get himself an Aegis.
Damage is going to be decent for them.
Radiant are scanning.
They scan Roshan, they know what's going on, but they're too far away. They can't stop this one. Not gonna get it. They're not even making them. They even after scanning it, they're not even moving over there.
Fallen to the Dire.
And get the Aegis to In Your Dream.
Is under attack.
Well, they might prioritize the Invoker, but Invoker still seems to just be in sit back and farm mode, which I'm totally okay with. They need some late game, and Lestrek is the one more ready to fight right now.
Quite a surprise to see Nigma Galaxy playing this playstyle with a fast-paced attacking game. Oh, interesting.
The prize is mine.
Drawing out the Gush and Misu, clearing all the way from top. Trying to harass the top tier 2 tower just a little bit. Or maybe sending invitation to Team Ragdoll to join a 5v5 fight. Alright, Misu, hanging around. Number one rules of being an offlaner is not being seen. And he is right now. Oh, some fight breaks out around here. Here we go with a Firefly. But
I got the dual blink duel. He was sitting invis and, you know, trying to scout some heroes and walked into a sentry. Yeah, it's alright. It wasn't much, but they still want to fight, even with the line dead.
Oh no! They perfect! Menu ping down. That's the important support of Team Ragdoll. I mean, they are happy to fight for Team Nigma Galaxy.
Radiant's top
holding
tower is under
Aegis,
attack.
got a Ravage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very farmed. Lestrek has a Shiva's Guard coming out, so a lot of team fight potential. And Mizu, his signature Refresher Tide is going to be coming up in not too long if he gets some time to just keep farming.
Okay. Oh, let me. All right. All G.
All G. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. All G. If I say, hey, bro, something wrong, gotta fix. Not good.
Want to hear all G and GGs, you know? That's all I want in my Dota life.
Okay. Okay, Misu. Every one of Team Nigma Galaxy trying to push on top.
Radiant's top
Tower
tower
dropping
is
quite
under
low.
attack.
Seems like everything going on Nigma Galaxy
Radiant's
way.
top tower has
Okay,
fallen.
they're gonna go up the high ground. They're gonna make use every single bit of these ages. Are you guys ready? Ground this early. All right. In your dream. Tagging on the tower. It seems like Ragdoll is going to give up this top tier 3 tower. You're gonna lose the outpost as well. Come on.
Yeah. We'll see if they
Hello?
can finish off this one. In your dream getting pretty low. Still has 2 minutes left on his Aegis. Also has a Bloodstone if he wants to use that to heal himself up.
Dire's middle tower is under
Oh.
attack.
The tower is down, so the outpost will be controlled by Ragdoll.
Dire's
Yeah.
bottom tower
Oh, they can
is
take
under
it.
attack.
They can get it with the tier 2 tower now. So we'll see if they
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
take the outpost. But for now, ignoring that bottom outpost, I think they want to focus more around this top part of the map with Roshan being such a key objective. Although, you know,
Radiant
they've still got an
are
Aegis for a minute and a half. Next Roshan is 4 or 5 minutes away. They scanned the Alacrity Invoker. They were hunting for him. They seem to know he was coming down bottom. Very good awareness coming from Ragdoll, but they don't get him. Alacrity gets out of there.
9k ahead for Team Nigma Galaxy. This is gonna push in. All right, getting control of the triangle area, so this will slow down the T-Blade farm. Where is he now? I think he's just farming all the small camps nearby the mid lane, which is not gonna be enough for him right now. However, he's still sitting on top of the network.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower
we'll see
is under attack.
what he can do. This BKB is the pickup, but the question is, do they have enough stuns for him to kill people? Because, you know, you can get all the farm in the world on a TB, but he still relies on his teammates to keep heroes in place. He can't kill heroes if he can't hit them, so they're going to be relying on the Batrider Lasso, the Legion Commander Duel. They don't have any short cooldown stuns, which is, to me, a bit of an issue for their draft in these next few fights.
That's true.
Dire's bottom tower is under
On
attack.
there. It's actually the problem already shown since the previous game when
Salamene
sometimes
smiles
they
upon
need
me.
some lockdown, but your support city is the Weaver. Yeah, you can say you can go Weaver with a Rotobay toss, but it's not like a natural reliable stun. It's not like Lion. Alright.
Here we are. Aegis expires, but at the same time, Tidehunter finishes farming up Refresher. So, but Refresher Tide smoking around his Ragdoll. They want to fight into them here. This could go really well or really poorly, depending if these Ravages land or not.
Yes.
Dire are
But on the
scanning.
smoke, this is gonna be a big fight.
Radiant's top tower
Game
is under
decision
attack.
making fight on the big heavy, and here we go, the Ravage in. Oh my goodness, TB shoots from long range. Now TB power is already showing us in this game. Misu trying to walk away. He's not gonna run away from TB. Next one is going to be the Mirana. Man, it seems to be an convincing fight in favor of Team Ragdoll.
They just ran at them and put the ward down, so they instantly jeweled the Leshrac. That's such a huge amount of the damage output from Nigma Galaxy is coming from this Lesh that killing him, that makes their fight so much easier. And unfortunately for Mizu, they were quick on the BKB fingers. TB popping his BKB before he even entered the fight, just so he doesn't get clipped by the edge of the Ravage, making sure that the fight can go well for them. And it just wasn't enough for Nigma Galaxy. They've got to be a little bit concerned because they don't want this game dragging out too much when you look at the way their draft scales. They don't have that late game strength, that big late game carry like the TB.
Are there any way to fight a real carry hero in the late game? I mean, in this case.
Yeah, they're hoping Invoker can be that, and also like last game with the, you know, having double Ravage plus Cataclysm and some Sunstrike. He hasn't got the Aghanim Scepter yet, but I imagine that's going to be one of his items that he wants to go much later on, like around that 40-minute mark or something. If it goes there, he's going to want to get an Ags at some point.
Man, I still don't know who's gonna come out this one alive. But like you say, this is not a favorite playstyle of Team Nigma Galaxy, and also all these heroes as well. Having in your dream playing something that is not super late. Do you think if we changing from the track into a Phantom Assassin, thing would be better for them?
I mean, it's like two different ways to play the game. I think if they'd picked PL instead of Lesh, the game right now they wouldn't be winning, but they would have a better late game. But by picking the Lesh track, you know, they get this big early game advantage. They were hoping that at 30 minutes in, I think, you know, you mentioned like how does this game look at 30 minutes? I think Nigma Galaxy wanted to have an Aegis advantage and a 10k gold lead, and maybe a Rax advantage. It's a 6k gold lead, so it's not terrible. It's not like what Ragdoll wanted was a 0 gold difference. So it's kind of in between what the two teams wanted, which means this game is actually kind of even, I would say, right now. Since it's not quite what Nigma Galaxy wanted, it's not what Ragdoll wanted. But you're still worried if you're Nigma Galaxy that you have to keep making aggressive moves. TB's going to bottle up a double damage rune for the next fight. That's a scary thought. So these fights can be tricky. Particularly because the Legion Commander, what he brings to the table this game that they didn't have last game is that ability to save someone who gets gone on. Like if someone gets Blink Ravage and Legion gets BKB off, Legion can save his teammate using the press the attack.
Oof, man. Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of small plays you can make in these fights for both teams. And I think Nigma Galaxy have to be talking about like which are the important heroes to try and catch and Blink Ravage. You want to kill the TB, but you don't get a chance to kill him if you don't catch the Legion Commander.
It's more like attacking game, chasing game right now, these two teams. But I think the pressure is already on Team Nigma Galaxy side. They just have to get something happen.
Absolutely.
I think they are waiting for the next Aegis.
Yep. They like to find a way to get next Aegis, get that free Aghanim shard. Leshrac also wants to finish off this Lincoln. If Leshrac had a Lincoln sphere in that last fight, you can't just easily blink duel the Lesh. You have to find a way to break the Lincolns, which probably something good to look at. They could have forced stuff on Batrider. Otherwise, they don't have the best ways to break Lincoln spheres. Atos on Weaver.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Double damage.
My goodness.
Not the easiest.
The positioning of Invoker is going to play part in this one as well. All he needs to do is just standing firm and keep on attacking all the time. Produce the most damage for his team. That is the key. But I think he will be interrupted by so many heroes. Batrider, the Legion Commanders and stuff. And right now, whole team smoke, trying to get into... just scouted it out. I think their plan is to win this team fight first and then get the Aegis. Ragdoll already got into the territory of Team NTXC. The first duel belongs to Mirana.
With honor.
Let's pick off. Do they try and fight with the Blink Ravage?
I think there will be Meteor and also the Ravage and stuff, but go straight. Oh man, the low HP, but it's still there. They spent too much to kill that G1 and the raid will be destroyed. Oh,
nice
right, they're gonna be destroyed.
Keeping in trouble.
Ravage comes out, Purple standing still. For no EMP, getting killed a lot by a lot of players of Team NGSC. They kill BT Fan and they kill it all in 3 down. They kited him like a goddamn kite.
And Yif is in... Oh, he gets away. They played around that Sunder perfectly. They didn't have enough chain stun. Sunstrike? Ooh, guess is wrong. Thought it'd run down. He actually ends up running up. Have they got a gem here? No. So it looks like Yif will get away. Whoa, they're still hunting. Pelosin has a blink. No.
The prize is mine.
He's getting away.
Bro, I mean...
Yeah, but that TB...
Yeah, it looks impossible, right? When you take a look at the heroes and at this stage of the game, how are you going to fight the full-grown TB? But it seems like NTX, you see that standing position, they're standing away from the TB and kited him with all the boomerang, tornado, EMPs and stuff. Man.
And they understand that as much as they want to use the Ravage on TB, the bigger target is this Legion commander, because you're never going to kill TB if Legion is there alive using press the attack. You can always save his Terrorblade and give him that extra mini BKB from the Axe Shard. So such a heads-up play. They get the TP low and almost burst, and they realize he's not going to die. So Mizu, I mean, he was kind of the MVP of that fight, I think, on the Tidehunter. He doesn't give TP a Sunder target and then allows the Invoker to come back in with that side device. It did cost them buyback, so now they're going to lose the Lion. So you look at the gold, as much as Nigma Galaxy do a great job winning that fight, it's still not great because of the buyback commitment they had to use to win that one. So Invoker using buyback, I think it was Mirana as well. I think it was just the 2 buybacks. That's still costly for them. Something they're going to have to be worried about. Batrider did great in that fight. Citrus caught the Invoker, broke the Lincoln Sphere, and then lassoed him into the Terrorblade. That's how Ragdoll need to find a way to win these fights, is break Lincolns, lasso targets with the TB.
To be honest, I felt feeling bad that all the Nigma Galaxy is trying to aim GY. I think they overspent on GY, and now I understand when you describe that. Okay, yeah, if you are not killing that LC, then you won't be able to kill TB.
Pretty trying to get out of this top lane alive. Batrider's like trying to find where he went, but yeah, he knows he cannot afford to die on this Invoker. Even with an Aegis, he'll die twice if he's not careful, especially if he get there in time. So double Ravage back up. Mizu has Ghost Scepter and is building an E-Blade. This is a cool item, you know, something the Dire team... Last game they had the Shadow Demon to save teammates who got gone on. This time around they don't have a save, so they're trying to make up for it with these little item pickups. Ethereal Blade, if someone gets caught in a lasso, E-Blade will boost the magic damage, but it means the TB can't attack them. So I like the idea of E-Blade against this TB, even though, you know, Lasso Firefly will still do a lot of damage.
Yes. Alright, seems like in both sides. On top, Ragdoll destroying the top tier 2 tower. Meanwhile, NGXC trading damage with the bottom tier 3 tower. And decent damage to the bottom tier 3 tower with all these 4 spirits. Awesome.
Yeah, they're just continuing to push. Yeah, putting Solar Crest. They force a Glyph even.
Alright, that's the end of the round of the push. We still have like 2.5 minutes of the Aegis inside of Alacrity. So let's see they're gonna do something or not. Wow, Ragdoll looking like they are grouping up for a smoke.
Yeah. Not sure who the ideal target's going to be for them. They get an Octarine out on this Batrider, so his farm continuing. There's some nice extra cast range on your lasso, making it that much easier to blink in, break the Lincolns with Force Staff, and lasso someone. And a very low cooldown now, just 80 seconds on the Flaming Lasso.
Man, under pressure for both sides.
Yep.
Nigma Galaxy C trying so hard to get their record up to 5-0, but they gotta win this game first, which is very hard against TB. But let's take a look at this one. Where there is a will, there is a way. Mizu, Acronym Scepter, Refresher, Orb, and Ethereal Blade.
It's not as easy as most games for TB just to push out these lanes, with the Lion being able to insta-kill these illusions with his Mana Drain and Hex. One of the reasons Lion has always been popular against the Terrorblade. And that just allows Lion to keep on farming, because those illusions give a decent amount of gold as well.
No, there is only one guy smoke on the Ajit or Citrus. Get into the triangle, get to the higher ground. Just try to reserve a spot for the next. Aegis is still with Alacrity. What a long game these two team playing.
Yeah.
First one was like 50 minutes. This is already 38.
This is NGX in their element. not having the hard carry, there's going to be at least a little bit of concerns.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Leshrac and Invoker they're both good late game heroes, but they're not those, you know, TB Medusa types. And tier 4 items will come out now. We'll see
Ninja
Trickster Cloak. That's a nice one for Leshrac. Evasion and magic resistance. It makes you very tanky. I mean, already tanky.
Oh, it's just gone. So,
Yep.
starting over once again for both sides. I think the visions at the Roshan area it's very important right now. We have the observer wards around here from a Ragdoll, but not covering that much on the water area.
See this kind of stalemate continue. This is, you know, starting to feel like Ragdoll are okay with this game dragging out. They can keep these heroes on their side alive. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Weaver start building into a Aghanims later on. If Legion's the one getting Blink Ravage, you need some way to bail him out. GY himself is thinking Aeon Disc because he wants to be able to save himself from a Blink Ravage. Something that they perhaps lacked last game, and both teams looking for a fight. Full smoke on Ragdoll, meanwhile tied with a ninja gear. He's smoked up by himself in the front lines.
Alright. A on the higher ground first. DPC 15 to 17 game score. It looks like Ragdoll getting a little bit better position on the higher ground. Gosh, setting out some weight. Misu. They need to keep an eye on Misu. He'll be the one who initiate first. Oh, he get frame break down to the river. Oh, that was
well smoked, yeah.
yeah.
He's trying to see what he can find. As his smoke get popped by the Weaver. And Ragdoll's done a good job kind of pushing Nigma Galaxy away from this Roshan pit, which isn't respawning for at least a minute, but just giving some room to get some wards down. And also, they de-warded like 3 dire observers.
Oh, catch first.
As the Aeon did.
Yeah, he tried to do the time lapse, so it was stopped by the new scepter once he touched it. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's still there. Yeah, he's there. I was a little bit too panicked.
Yeah, they messed up, but not totally. I think the arrow was going to hit him after the Aeon Disc, but then Leshrac Yule, so the arrow missed. Oh, lasso.
Oh, catching on Mirana, and Mirana goes down. It seems to be a good trade for Team Ragdoll. 4v4, are they ready to fight? I think Nigma Galaxy is happy to do so.
Yep. I wants to Blink Ravage.
Yeah.
But the fire was stopping his Blink. He couldn't Ravage.
Oh my
and looking for Batrider. Ooh, he saw he canceled his TP because of that tornado. Although I don't know if it was going to actually land, but Citrus was a little bit worried.
This is getting harder and harder for Team NGXC, man, to be honest. I mean, like you said, Ragdoll is so good at avoiding the fight until the TP get like a 6 slotted.
I'm a bit surprised Invoker's not going for the Aghanims. I think the Cataclysm with the Refresher Tide just sounds like it would be so good. But maybe just thinking like, okay, these heroes hitting them with Ravage when they've got all these BKBs is going to be tricky. There's what, 4 BKBs on Radiant, plus the Legion press the attack.
And T-Blade just had his Aeon Disc. It's gonna be even harder, just bursting down some way.
Yeah.
And also Aeon Disc on Legion Commander.
I think, and on Batrider. I think this is them adjusting from last game where they had no Aeon Disc. This is a very good item against the Tide. The Tide Refresher specifically, because Tide just wants to double Ravage to kill heroes. But when you've got Aeon Disc, it's a lot harder to do that. So they're going to have to find a way to force these Aeon Discs out. You can use maybe a Sunstrike or some Gushes from long range to try and pop these Aeon Discs, but when they're up, it's hard to go in with a Blink Ravage.
All right, into the Roshan pit. Min Yupang. And the Exorcism trying to take down the flaming Laxo, catching on to it's going to be Mirana. Mirana first one to go down real quick. Joe can bought that right away on the BKB, and whoever has it sending in for the no EMP. Invoker walking up down the stairs away from the crime scene, but he's just sending in all the spells. Another Hex and another 3, but they're all down, dealing damage to the Legion Commander. Everyone of Team Ragdoll is retreat back from the Roshan pit. Well. Do we still have the Ravage? Yes, we still have one more Ravage from the Hunter from the Refresher, or half HP Roshan.
TB. He had he refreshed. He has another Metamorph. He just bought it on Courier. I don't think they saw this, so he left it on the Courier, which means they don't know he's got a Refresher.
Man, that's a small big thing in this team fight. Definitely in your dreams, already in the Roshan pit, dropping quite low. The rest of Team XGX need to protect him. He's already inside, and the Ravage just hit on everyone. Oh, Aeon is popping it out. It just works so well against Team Nigma Galaxy C, where we rely so much on the Thai Hunter Ravage. Oh, but again the Aegis Kids, and also the Aghanim. Oh, and Mitsu snatch on the Aegis of Immortal. Start on shooting. XGC Alacrity damage is pretty decent, and now he kills one. Let's take over on this one. Alacrity just got to wrap everyone. Nobody even noticed on him at all. It's 4 down on Team Ragdoll, and only 1 for Team Nigma Galaxy.
Oh, the Lotus on the Sunder stopped the TB from healing back up. It was a cool move from TB to go back in with the Refresher, but Nigma Galaxy just, it was like brute force. They had all these buybacks. They were just willing to commit lives.
Crazy game.
They're getting, like, their draft is losing these fights if not for these buybacks.
It's just like they are forcing their way in. Against the will, against of everything, against all odds. They're still here at 45 minutes in the game.
Oh, and Invoker got the Axe Blessing, I believe. That's a really nice pickup for them, getting the free Aghanims.
Oh, and he has the overwhelming blink. One of the... this is actually my favorite sound in the game. Yeah. You see him landing again.
Just wants to tank up, because usually you'd kind of expect... I guess he doesn't want the Blink because he's already got Spell Prism, so he doesn't need the cooldown reduction.
I think he just needs a little bit more of the item, damage item for the Invoker to work properly. And yeah, I kind of agree with you when I look at the game right now. I mean, I believe that. Oh, yeah, but he just got an Aghanim Scepter from the Aegis anyway, so doesn't have to do the Aghanim himself. All right.
Oh, we'll see if Ragdoll try and take a fight here. Very few heroes with buyback. Invoker and Batrider are the 2 big buybacks still available, as well as a support Lion. All the other buybacks mostly on cooldown from that last fight and the ensuing push from Nigma Galaxy.
Yep. All right. It's time to push, ladies and gentlemen. I think the next team fight, better hold your breath before it happens, because it's going to be a super important, exciting one. Ally disappear, coming all up with the Moonlight Shadow. Who's gonna initiate
Tide
first,
can
and
just
who's gonna
frontline
get
here.
on?
Yeah, they don't want to go on the Tide.
Off. True.
Tide with this Aegis is just willing to put his body line. In the past, like, you have to be a little bit careful, because like Legion Commander, like we saw in the last fight, Legion jeweled the Tide and killed him with the exorcism damage. But now with an Aegis, he can frontline, and if he gets an Arcane Blink Ravage off, it's going to have such a low cooldown.
Here we go, sending in with a touch bar, and a Ravage comes out on 2 targets, so and everything. All of them just need to retreat first, maybe because of the this trigger. But it's right down the river, and the first one to fall is actually DY with no buyback though. Turn the BKB, Terrorblade standing in the middle of the fight. Another Ravage come out, but cannot stop the Terrorblade on TB, which will still keep on fighting. Earthspike on 2. Look at that Pelosa stalling Terrorblade. That was a mini Ravage that worked all game long. Where is the damage dealer? Where is the damage dealer? The Invoker standing next toe against the VT Faded. It's out. No buyback from him. It's 2 minutes. They somehow managed to pull this out of the game. Nigma Galaxy doing such a great job, but the question is, can Alacrity survive right after this? After the buyback, and Alacrity is fall. He bought back right away. He knows that this potentially gonna be a baseball push. Last single fight of the Middle Earth. Oh no, everyone spent all their buyback. I'm gonna show you the buyback status, and the last one who falls is Ragdoll. It's pretty much gonna be a team wipe. Counting down 3, 2, 1. That's it. It's team wipe.
Oh, what an insane last fight of the game. I say last fight of the game, no one has buyback. I gotta imagine they're gonna try end this game. The buyback's going Nigma Galaxy's favor. They kept the Leshrac, even though Leshrac dies without buyback, they kept him alive so long. Mizu got a really nice ethereal blade onto him that bought him so much time and made them have to commit so much more to kill him. And then TB, you know, he only can do so much to keep himself alive, even with the refresher and the BKBs.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Nigma
attack.
Galaxy going for the tier 4s, going for the Throne Cyclops, and it's only poor Legion Commander.
Yes, I'm gonna give the interview all yours, man. I am so speechless. This is such a great game, great series, both series today.
These games were amazing.
Radiant's ancient is under
This
Wow.
Nigma Galaxy team kill deal, and they're not guaranteed to go Division 1. There could still be a three-way tie. All three teams could end up 6 wins, 1 loss. So if they lose to Polaris, they might be in a tiebreaker, but this is a big win. They need to beat Polaris still to get Division 1, but right now, Nigma Galaxy have to feel so good about themselves.